recording.
And that was the most racist thing he has ever said.
Yep, because all Bulgarians are assholes.
That's just
Well,
common knowledge.
that's just a fact.
I'm just getting more confused the more we talk.
That's also
Business
per
as
usual.
usual.
That's also a fact.
Yeah, that's also usual for this group. Anyways, so as our story takes off again, 10 years have passed since the fateful day of the city raiding, where thousands upon thousands of people were slaughtered in the city of Blade Dawn as the Orcish horde has now advanced past and conquered all of Marquisa. In this 10-year gap of war, millions of lives have been lost as soldiers upon soldiers of every race are sent to the front lines in hopes of stemming the overpowering flood of the horde. So far, they have been able to keep them at bay within Marquisa, but seems to be the time it will only be a matter of time till they eventually burst forth and destroy the rest of the known world. In this time, our adventurers had all gone on various adventures, splitting up and going along their ways to discover their own paths. But after the 10 years, each of you, one night, have an eerie dream. In this dream, you see the familiar face of the tiefling Zilif, who looks at each of you and talks to each of you individually, telling you that your destinies are about to once again coincide, and that you may be the very fulcrum in which the fate of the world may be decided. You have a strange and undeniable urge to head to the small town of Birch Oak in the country of Porkisha. Each of you make your way there from your current location, wherever that may be. And within days, you start showing up one by one. For the sake of who goes first, everybody can roll me a d20. Deotar, you don't have to, and neither do you, Jordan.
I'm in Australia. Can I just say I go last?
You don't get to be last. No, everybody rolls.
Oh.
Be right back.
Yeah, the only people who don't roll are Jordan and Deotar, because Ares is taking care of that. Okay.
Sense.
So, we will begin as Deotar and Mint are the first to arrive in this town of Birch Oak. The pair of you enter the town of Birch Oak. It's a small town. Well, I should say mid-sized town. Almost 2,000 people large. You continue to move out through the area, and you have this feeling that destiny is waiting for you here. You decide to camp down for a bit and roam the town, possibly selling your goods and doing some cooking. Mint and Tetsu, how do you guys wish to spend your first day within this town?
Would like to just wander around town. Like, have I ever been to this town before?
Roll me a d20. 5 or lower, you've been here. Okay, yes, you've been here.
Oh, I would greet my usual contacts, just see how they are, just try to see if there's anything just new in town, like try out like a new restaurant or whatever, just to see if there's anything just interesting to me.
You don't find any new recipes or restaurants, though you do hear the town seems to be in a bit of an uproar. As there apparently has been a disaster that took place the night before you made it here.
Oh.
From what you hear, a family was found missing, presumed murdered. And-
Do I know the family, or like have I heard of them, or it's just like a random family?
It's no one you would know personally, but you have heard of the person. Your previous visit here, though, you are aware of the suspect, who is apparently being blamed for it. As one thing you do know here is that you do know there was a single orc living in this town with his half-orc son and human wife, and he is apparently the one being is the number one suspect for the crime and has been locked up in the local cells awaiting trial in the next few days.
We'll fix her sash around her hips. All right, Tatsu. I believe we have to go do something about this.
Psst, Deotar, that's you. Deotar, you muted.
He's recovering from the latest hammer attack.
Oh no!
You said you visited a kitchen and restaurant.
Oh dear. He's probably just out cold a little bit.
Making sure he's there. We didn't lose another one.
Another one has been sacrificed.
Well,
Jordan decided that Ares is too late to go for, so he just went to Dio.
yeah. Well, for the sake of the fact that he's not here, and we want to continue the thing, a few hours after you arrive, and you want to hear about all this at the local inn, you another figure you've not recognized enters the city. As you see the familiar-looking gnome walk into the tent. Oh wait, my mistake. Not
Yeah.
the gnome.
Mm.
You actually don't recognize anyone. The next person you would recognize would be the human Esmond Selif. Though you have noticed one odd thing walking around town is something you don't see often is also in the town, kind of just hanging out as you see what looks to be a red-skinned tiefling in glasses hanging around town. This strikes you as odd since tieflings are relatively rare in the world. Like 1 out of like 100,000 people, maybe.
Ooh.
So yeah, the tiefling, Quincy has basically done a kind of sort of glow up where it really wasn't a glow up. Long gone are the days where he was 3 foot and like the black hair and the auburn complexion, and now he is like a 5 foot creature. I know, like a whole 2 foot increase. He has scarlet red skin, and there's a picture of him. You guys already seen it, and it seems that I would think that he's currently at a cafe and he's talking to someone via sending, and just because like I can't get all the words via word count into sending, I'm sure Quincy's a better speaker than I am. Quincy will basically go like, well, it's not my fault you signed the Zone of Truth, and hey, next time don't fornicate with a goat, and
So-
that sort of thing.
Just so you know, Zone of Truth is not a spell in my world, but yes.
Oh, got it. My bad. I thought maybe it was, but higher
No.
level or something. My bad. Okay,
If Zone of Truth's a spell, then there's no purpose of having a lawyer.
fair enough. So yeah, no, he basically said you signed a waiver saying you screwed the guy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm still keeping the money, right? And yeah, what is the reason he came to this town? I heard you say that there was a orc under trial, correct?
There is an orc about to be tried for presumed murder of a family.
Hmm. Does Quincy have any skin in that game as of right now? Just ask.
At the moment, you do not have a specific skin in the game. Though I would say, since you've also been to the town, you do know that the orc is unrepresented so far.
But he is an orc. But then again, I am a tiefling.
As I said, as I told you how your backstory works, you've had some experiences now that may have changed your viewpoints.
Now, I know I probably wouldn't recognize Mint because Mint has literally turned from child to like teenager.
Shadow. Yes, but
And-
you probably do recognize her her elven bodyguard and samurai garb standing
Mint
next.
looks shockingly almost the same a little bit. She still has that fiery red hair, and she still has that same kind of posture and attitude as she does.
He's still
before.
4 foot tall.
Still 8.
No, she's 5'5" at this point. She's still taller than him.
Well, I mean, you know, I grew 2 feet. You only grew 5. Like, you know, give me a break.
Yeah, but no longer a halfling, though.
No, I'm not.
Ah, Dio's here.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so I do.
For 10 minutes, I said I was going for 10 minutes. Why didn't you wait for me? I'm sad.
We didn't hear the 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think nobody heard you.
God damn it, guys.
You may have been muted when you said it.
Nah, I said that I saw my green circle and everything. I think I was just ignored in the noise.
Hmm.
Am I supposed to roll a d20?
No, it meant you because that was just to see who got to the town first. But since you and Mint are literally connected at the hip right now, you didn't have to.
Okay.
So I do
Anyway,
reckon.
Just to catch you back up, you and Mint are in the town right now. You were the first to show up. Mint heard about an orc that's been arrested for the murder of a family.
And then Mint's like, I want to stick my nose into this.
You also have just seen a strange-looking tiefling you've never seen before. But oddly enough, sounds kind of familiar.
Well, I'll be damned. Did Mint grow up? Oh, and is that you, Tatsu?
Who are you?
Oh, alright, that's a weird way to say hi to an old friend. Hey, it's me, Quincy.
Quincy wasn't red, right, Mint?
Tatsu, I do believe
know
your
I had a-
memory is not
I
that
know I had a
bad.
concussion the entire time we met.
Seeing stars most of that time, but he wasn't red, right?
He was happening. Why? Who are you?
Oh, Quincy Gashoon at your service.
That annoying voice reminds me of Quincy. This is really weird.
Oh, I didn't believe it was annoying at the time. Alright, I completely understand.
We need to do an exorcism here.
No, friends. This is just, this is what happens when you accidentally get off a wrecked ship into basically magical radiation. But it's fine. I'm doing better. And I'm not irradiating people as I'm walking by. Even though people do avoid
I
me
will
really
ask him a
well.
question only the real Quincy would know.
What's your question, friend?
Who was right, the fishmonger or me?
Ooh. Well, you were right in the standard of your laws, but the fishmonger was right in every other way and shape and
Oh
form.
no, I'm dying.
I would immediately hug Quincy.
Oh, thanks.
You okay there, Dietar? Oh.
Video? I think it's his. Are you guys doing okay?
I can hear you.
Sounding good.
Alright. Oh, well, man, it seems that you either got shorter or I believe I got taller. Hey, how you doing?
It's been so long. Look at you. You're weird looking, but cool.
Well, alright. Now, you first insult my accent, and then you call me weird looking. You're definitely men. And look at you. You look exactly the same, but older. Not much has changed, has it?
Really, I prefer how I'd look, so I'm kind of happy to see this way.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm sorry. That was a bit low of me. I was trying to get a sassy insult back. I apologize.
No, I'm trying to be nice and hold back a little bit, but I can just stop if you want me to.
No, keep doing what you're doing. I'm sorry. It's my apologies.
Nah, it's alright, it's alright.
Now, hopefully, Tatsu can decide to get his head out of that bucket of water over there and speak to us normally.
Well, I've hit his head with a few hammers since then. You remember that he's supposed to be staying with me, right?
Yeah. So wait, did he keep getting hit by a hammer? Is that some sort of, like, curse that some kind of deity put on him or some such?
don't know, but let's just say that he's been my experiment tester for some time now, and I don't know how he's still alive right now.
Well, as long as you haven't been trying to kill him, because then it'd just be manslaughter.
Yeah, but I haven't been trying to, per se. It's fine.
I think the Balkans are completely fucked up right now.
Who are the Balkans?
Yeah, it's a metaphysical concept, my apologies. It's an inside reference.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did
Real
you...
quick, can we move to the channel name test? Because for some reason this channel is just dead for me and Dartar.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
there's
it
no
the
working?
server? Is
Yeah,
it
and
literally
it's
the
just
regional
this
server?
channel.
Hmm.
I had that issue before with a different server. Yeah, we can all move in the test then.
Alright.
Alright. Here you go.
There you
Alright, we are back. Sorry.
Just double checking. My audio's still okay. There's no reverb or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
no,
sound fine.
that's good.
Okay, just making sure the noise suppression's still working.
So, as you guys are chatting, though, all of a sudden you hear kind of a sound saying, "How dare you insult my fine liquor!" As you just see this familiar row feller just getting kind of tossed out of an inn for a second.
Then try brewing some better shit, you fuck!
Goddamn foreigner! It just look over as you see the familiar face of Esmond's Sage Leaf kind of stumbling out into the street.
Well, I'll be damned. He is Esmond as well.
I beg your pardon?
Well, okay, you may not recognize me, but you recognize her? I point to Mint.
I am also here. Hi.
Oh,
Wait.
wait, yeah, you've been drinking since we last met. Do you remember anything that happened on that day?
Alright, the guy to the right there looks like a guy that got hammered a lot. Literally.
Okay. Some memories are coming back.
Lady to the left looks familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I met you.
That
Oh, you-
human is Quincy. Just by the way.
Quincy.
I was 3 feet tall. I kind of said a lot of lawyer stuff.
I wasn't that drunk, was I?
No. I made a different. I changed. I changed last time we met. It's been 10 years.
Something radiation poison.
I just blink in acceptance, like... I'm just not processing that.
That's good. You don't need to think about your feelings if you don't even consider 'em.
Yeah, I just realized this is Eric's way that he was the only person who didn't get the change form in the Horde campaign.
He's compensating.
Yeah, but as you kind of, with your drunken gaze, kind of blink at the now tiefling former halfling in front of you, another figure kind of comes down the street where you see kind of bundled up in kind of thick hides and basically looks like wearing polar bear hide, walking towards you, but standing at a tremendous 3 foot tall with his giant weapon strapped to his back. As Nikolai, you enter.
Alright, I'm just kind of walking down the street right now, trying to sort of get my bearings, because I know I have not been here before.
Yeah.
And as I'm trying to sort of find my way around, I assume I stumble upon the group in the street here.
Well, they're pretty obvious as they're bickering and looking at each other in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I mean,
We are literally a sight easy to catch.
he would definitely recognize Mint for sure, because he's the first one she interacted with.
Hmm.
So
Well, I'll be. The entire gang's getting back together. How you doing? Finding the name, I'm sorry. Nikolai?
yes, that's correct.
I'm
Oh.
glad I got your name right. I was wondering about your general mood and status.
Well, it's been a hard 10 years. The Wild North was much more unforgiving than I expected.
The Wild North? Man, you've got to tell us all about that.
Well, I have a lot of stories. Some that I don't even fully understand, and I was there.
That certainly sounds interesting. I'll make sure to bring a drink for that conversation.
We're missing only one person and we can have another siege assault on this very town. Memories.
Yeah, let's hope we can avoid it.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think of a 6-member arriving to this little band after last time we saw him.
As you guys talk, I'd like everyone to roll me a perception check.
Ooh.
Okay.
We fail these. No, we don't.
Oh shit.
Feel these.
We failed these.
So, Esmond, you had the highest perception. So, Esmond, as you were all talking, you kind of like... God, it's funny that you're the one who got this, too, considering your state.
I know.
Your character kind of blinks, and you think you're still drunk and in a haze. As apart from seeing the small tiefling in front of you, who used to be a small halfling, you look over and see, just in the corner of the street, and you swear it wasn't there a minute ago, a familiar-looking tent.
Now that can't be coincidence.
Well,
Anyone
do you
else
mean?
see a familiar tent over there?
Do we?
I know
Yep.
I'm drinking more than usual because Celia is really more strict on how much I'd prefer to consume.
You guys, one pointed out, you all do see a familiar-looking tent that none of you swear was there a minute ago.
Okay, there's some magical fuckery happening here, guys.
I think we should be careful. Last time we went in a tent, the town exploded.
Exactly. So
Mint would start walking over.
That's what it do.
Into the tent.
So as Mid goes into the tent, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
closely
actually
following.
following, yes.
You guys enter the tent, and once again, you see the blue-skinned tiefling woman, Zelif. As she looks at each of you, you have returned to the place, my friends. So, you are here once more for your destinies. She says with a smile on her face. Wasn't she dead? No, man, she never died.
Okay, because I thought you
You
got
know-
out.
With
I mean-
the Destiny, Esmond immediately has a semi look of just, please do not take away my alcohol. I just got it back.
I mean, man, that is not a bad assumption. We ran out of that town and barely survived. She stayed behind for a bit and then started running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
I would,
died.
I'm not too surprised. She's clearly proven that she can see the future.
I mean, I guess so.
but Harbinger of Doom!
I guess if you can see a future, you really know when the road's gonna be blocked and when it's not.
Well, Quincy, I see that your new appearance is quite fetching.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Zalif. I would say I styled it after yours, but I really didn't have a choice in this matter.
Indeed, the tea leaves told of this fate for you.
Dude,
And-
Quincy, it's been 10 years, right? And Quincy didn't really believe in her shit to begin with. So Quincy's gonna roll a quick history check to see if
You
he
did?
actually remembers.
You
No,
did
I
say
know
that you were
she
gonna
did.
note it.
I know she did, right? But Quincy may not remember.
But Eric said he would remember it.
I'd say with a 24, you 23, you can you absolutely would remember.
Oh man, she really can see in the future. Since you could see in the future, I'm sorry for doubting you about 10 years ago.
It is alright. Skepticism is part of the, shall we say, expected response of this story.
Miss Sealeaf, I do have one question though that I've been wondering about.
Yes, my dear man.
Is the old man dead?
He is not dead, my child. In fact, he will be here any moment.
I would like to grab a teacup and start spitting tea.
The bigger spitting. I heard.
Esmond
Yeah.
just kind of looks like, fuck, I told those guys he's probably dead when I was reporting.
So, are you doing a
Conversation.
spit take, Tetsuo, or are you sipping the tea? So what's-
No. I just take the cup, I sip the tea, and then I spit it out.
Okay, spit take, gotcha.
He is taste testing.
As I said, all of your fates are connected, and your fates are still very much so. I see the future, and I predict that the 6 of you could very well determine the outcome of the world.
At least I'm not 10 years old anymore.
Indeed, me. And I must say, you have grown into a fine woman.
Thank you.
But there is much danger ahead for each of you. Indeed, the time for peace is nearing. But only if the 6 of you can achieve it. But speaking of which, as you guys look about, you do hear kind of this stumbling sound as a old man tends to walk in from behind the tent behind you, Quincy.
Oh my god, I saw a ghost.
And he is the last member.
Fascinating.
Oh dear.
I'm just gonna rub my eyes, stare at him, rub my eyes again, stare at him even more intensely.
I'm half believing I'm in a drunken miracle. Alcohol really is a good thing to have.
Mint will
First
run
drink in a
over.
while, I'm surrounded by old faces, some of which I thought were dead.
Mint will run over and just jump hug him at this point.
And then he dies of heart attack.
Well, that one's as lively as she used to be. Also, please don't hug too tight. Everything hurts.
I just. You. Ow! How did you survive?
Well, that's a long and complicated story. A very long story.
I
She would
would,
stop hugging him at that point. Sorry.
I would say it is about 10 years worth of story.
Indeed.
Well, now that the 6 of you are here, perhaps any of you would like to see a future of your reading again?
I don't mind.
I shall once more skip.
At the very least, the tea might help get me a little more sober for the following conversation.
She hands
Right?
she hands you a cup of tea, Sage Leaf. Do you drink it?
Yep.
As you finish, she goes, and you hand her back the teacup. She looks at it, goes, interesting. This one seems to be connected to all of you. It would seem that dark times are ahead. There is death in the near future, but possibly laugh as well, if you have the courage to take it.
Uh-huh.
I hope
Quincy's in a weird spot.
you do not mean this.
That is vaguely, basically how I live life. Got it.
Quincy's in a weird spot
That's
because
been the
he's
past 10 years, so nothing changed.
sure.
This is what-
Same thing, exact opposite. He spent the last 10 years getting the fuck away from the ongoing war, and Zalif, who got everything right and can literally escape a city, is just like, it's going to happen, and he's like, huh.
Whereas I spent 10 years suffering withdrawal from alcohol to train under a swordmaster. To prepare for such an event.
And Mitsutoshi is just like, he spent 10 years suffering, period, end statement. So it's
We
just,
both spent 10 years suffering for the exact opposite reasons.
Would anybody else like a reading?
well, after that one, I'm a little worried about my chances, but I guess I will go next.
Oh, please take a drink, Quincy.
Yeah, he'll take a drink and then like cross his fingers, and go like, be good, be good, be good, be good, be good.
Okay, you drink the tea, and she takes the cup and goes, Quincy, you have a choice to make in the near future. There is a man who is in need of your services, but can you look past your own past to help him?
Thank you very much for the consultation, Zali.
You are welcome, Quincy.
Alright, cheers free. Anyone else?
I suppose I'll go next.
He hands you the cup, and you drink, I'm assuming?
Mhm.
She takes it back, looks at the leaves, and goes, Oh, Nicolas, you had an interesting time on the north, did you not?
I suppose you could say that.
The leaves here, they tell a more distant future for you. It says, your benefactor, she awaits you in the north, where there may be a way to use her to help everyone in the world. Interesting, no?
Very.
Hands you back. Well, that is good. Well, now, what about you, Miss Mint? Do you wish to see a reading as well?
I don't know. I already know what I need to do, and I'm more than willing to go do it. I just don't know if there's anything else I need to know in the tea.
Well, that is, of course, your decision.
I need another minute to think.
And what about you, Mr. Kawakami?
This entire time, Tatsu has just been staring at
Mr.
Mitsutoshi.
With begging eyes and a swollen
Adopt me
head.
back, Dad? Can I come back?
Can I leave this child?
Dad,
It's been a decade!
you left to get milk and I in your home.
You finally came back from the cigarette store!
There was a
That's
lot
I
of fun.
believe you asked the question.
My lord, is that you?
Yes.
Who was the local shogun 10 years ago?
I say the name.
I recall the name
Hmm.
and update the name if it changed.
Okay, I'll just sit down. This is too much to process. I'll just drink the tea, spit out a little bit, and then drink the rest. And
She picks up the cup and kind of furrows her brow at it.
Deja
see-
vu.
To be at a crossroads, Tetsu. Two masters in your life. Both leading you down the same path, but perhaps one will take you one way and the other one the other. It is up to you to decide which to follow.
I do not like what you're implying, Mrs. Leaf. I'm just gonna go to the corner.
Alright, Mint will sit down.
Please take a drink, meat.
She will.
As you take the drink and she takes the cup. Your destiny is staying far ahead of you, Miss Mint. But I can see that in the tea leaves, if you stay with your friends, you will discover that which you are looking for.
Mint will just breathe a sigh of relief. Thank you.
You are quite welcome, my dear. Now, with all of that, I hope the six of you are ready for your destiny ahead. The time for your heroics is here. And this world needs heroes more than ever.
So you think we can save the world?
I see that the leaves say that it is possible. You could be the fulcrum that could change all of existence. But, for better or for the worse, only time can tell.
Do you know where we need to start?
I believe you are already here. And with that, she kind of gives a smile and a wink. And all of a sudden, you guys are standing in an open street.
Quincy's gonna roll a quick perception check. And it's because Dio said, let me get in character. It's because, Tatsu said, Mrs. Zaleef, and I'm like, did I spot a ring on that finger?
What? He wants to marry them?
We have priorities.
No, it's something to notice. It's something to notice, you know?
You did not notice a wedding ring of her band of any sort.
Got it. Alright, I'm gonna keep that one in my pocket.
You can only
Can
assume
you-
I was actively courting Mrs. Leaf.
Just in this country, and you're still learning their customs. I see.
Well, did you drink? No, sorry, Esmond, my apologies. Esmond, did you drink something that gave everyone else this sort of, like, drunk fugue state?
Did you drink any alcohol?
Trust
Did you drink
me,
alcohol so potent it got everyone else drunk along with you?
Trust me, the shit I drank was barely capable of getting someone drunk.
I'm gonna leave that as a maybe.
We just gotta save the world. We gotta do it.
Well, man, I do appreciate the enthusiasm, but the world's a pretty big place.
And
Yeah,
Start
we got-
small.
We got Skyrim, we got everywhere else.
yeah.
Well, let's start small. There's someone here who needs our help.
Oh,
And who might
that
that be?
is.
Someone was accused of murder.
Alright, but we can go check on that in a little bit. First things first, Mitsutoshi, how you doing?
I have been both better and worse.
Well, that's great. Here, and he's gonna actually walk up to Mitsutoshi and go, I don't know, my appearance has changed, so a lot of people have been confused. I'm Quincy Gashun, I used to be your lawyer, and I'll reach out a hand to shake.
I'll shake your hand.
And I'm like, I remember, sir, that I asked you to promise you'd come back alive, and you did, so good job on that. And you'll notice that after I break the handshake, there's a piece of paper in your hand.
And what's this then?
Well, feel free to read it. I was trying to give it to you on the sly, but apparently you're just asking me out in the open.
Bill for goods and services.
Be careful what you want.
If you does he read it?
Yeah, I'll just read it out in the open. I'm not
Yeah,
much.
it's one free coupon for a free consultation.
Nice. Okay, I'll pocket that.
Also, Mitsutashi, I have a request.
Yes.
Do you need Tatsu anymore?
I assume that after at the very least 6 months, Tatsu would have sent an envoy to our land to get new orders dispatched. He's been here for the 10 years.
I have been with that girl for 10 years, my leave. I have been fulfilling my duty.
Funny thing, I spoke to your people that
I-
sent you to respond, and they seemed particularly happy to keep him away.
I have helped her pick the cookie jars when she needed my help.
I mean, Mitsutashi, I can still keep him for a bit longer if you want me to.
I am impressed by his sheer determination of fulfilling orders and yet not his intellect. For 10 years.
I almost killed him a few times, but he's okay.
The cooking was quite bad at first. It got better though.
I love how you said that in a different tone, so it sounded like she gave you a look. You're like, it's better, don't
Yeah,
throw
she gave me
another
a
hammer.
Well, meant whilst I would find it fascinating just to see how long Tatsu can follow these orders, leaving a samurai in the service of someone who isn't a direct superior is rather unseemly.
We're in the family now.
Yes, from what Zayleaf said, I don't think we'll be splitting up soon, so...
It doesn't matter too much as of now. So, shall we find this man in trouble, or would you prefer to catch up?
By the way, Tatsu's just sighing a fucking sigh of relief in the corner that this fucking decision hasn't come yet.
Also, Esmond's opinion of fucking Kawakami is just a drop because he actually got training as a from a swordmaster samurai, and now he just realized truly how bad he was.
Well, I mean, if we want to go help that man, how many of you at all know any sort of legal proceedings, or how a court case is run, or how even a criminal charge is processed?
I don't even know
Probably
the name of...
considerably different than Asalia. I'm assuming they don't open their guts if they're guilty.
I like when we all gave the same answer at the same time.
I can try to talk. I'm a really good talker. I can.
Also, Esmond's semi in the belief that, the man that committed murders who we're trying to deal with, aka not save, deal with.
Alright, well, I mean, we can easily see what we can do. I would believe that we could all go to the precinct and see what kind of answers he'd give. I don't think they'd allow all 6 of us to go visit him. But, we can see what happens. And, if he didn't murder a bunch of people, then I am representing him personally.
If that's what you want to do, then I have no qualms with joining you.
And while we do that, we can have the rest of the group kind of catch up, say what they've done over the past 10 years, that sort of thing.
That
It
sounds
would
like
be
a good idea.
best. I mean, I worked as a security guard, so anyone I punched in the face didn't land me an assault charge.
Oh, but as long as you got it in self. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk. Let's go. Now's not the time. And so, yeah, I guess we're all good with heading towards the prison, right? And seeing what's going on with this work?
Mhm.
Yep.
If someone can, if you are all interested in, looking at Quincy's mood or thoughts about it, you can feel free to roll an insight check.
Well, why not?
DC is 16 because it's passive deception.
Alright, so tell me.
Tell me too.
Tell me why.
Kami does not know. Is it okay if I do that, Heath? By the way, DC passive deception.
Yeah, it's fine,
Yeah.
man.
So it seems that Quincy, even though he's putting on airs like, if it's a worthwhile case, we'll go see and that sort of thing. He seems like reluctant, albeit almost unwilling to even consider the guy's case as of right now.
I mean, fair enough. Again, Esmond's initial belief is, we're just making sure the execution goes on swiftly. Got it.
Right. And since you got a 23 minute, because you fucking, you think it may be a little bit of the PTSD from seeing a similar sort of, like a bunch of similar sort of creatures slaughtering a bunch of civilians, sort of thing.
Wait, we're representing an orc?
Yeah, that's who's accused.
Huh.
And that's why he's a little trepidatious.
I mean, let's just talk to him. Maybe, what if he really didn't do it? What if he's just an innocent person?
But
No,
what if
no,
Zone
man.
of Truth is your domain, spell heat? Does it exist then?
No.
No.
Pretty sad.
Instead of Zone of Truth, you get Goodberry.
Now, does Detect Thoughts, by the way, exist?
Can I
Just to
get
add.
very heat?
And it only works for surface letter? No Detect Thoughts? Got it.
I mean, Detect Thoughts is a real spell, but Detect Thoughts won't determine if someone's telling the truth or not, because
Oh,
if
cool.
they're aware you cast the spell, they just
They
gotta
can-
think it. Right? It doesn't like, unless you go delving really deep, and even then you
It's-
can't be certain.
It's not admissible in court.
Yeah, it
No,
would
yeah.
not be admissible, because it's fallible, very much so.
No, I'm just seeing if we have the option.
Also, the problem with Detect Thoughts is it's not like they can say the thing, they have to rely on you telling the truth.
Mhm.
Right?
It's literally a lie detector.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
once
where
we're-
Zone of Truth is like you going in and basically they have to say the truth and everybody's aware of it.
Once we're outside the door of the precincts, I want to give a bardic inspiration to Quincy.
Okay,
Well, thank you very kindly.
so you guys approach the watch house. It's a fair sized building. Several guards are outside, kind of looking about, moving about, and they look over at you. Yo, what do you want?
Well, that's a rude way to introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Quincy Cashew, and I'll flash my lawyer badge really quickly. I'm a lawyer, and I see that you may have a man who is on criminal charges without representation. I was seeing if I could express any sort of interest in the case, seeing as how this town does not seem to have any appointed lawyers available.
He kind of looks at you with kind of a glare, and kind of course you would. Fine, go inside.
Alright, great. Is it alright if I bring the rest of my entourage? They were my, as you say, legal consultant team.
He looks over each of them.
We have the two warriors over there for matters of weaponry and finance. We have we have Mint here. Sorry, we have Mint here for matters of personal upliftitude and food. She does catering. We currently have the old man. His name is Mitsutoshi here for wisdom, and we have Nikolai for any sorts of matters relating to gunpowder and big swords.
And I am personally in charge of all hammer-related assault incidents.
In addition with his other fighting incidents.
They look at the six of you, blinks and goes, I fucking hate lawyers. Go in.
Don't worry, sir. I'll be sure to represent you when that powder mouth gets you in trouble. Come along.
Okay, you guys enter the watch house. Once again, you see the large area of various people and buildings, the front desk, guards everywhere. Not the largest in turn, but since there's roughly couple thousand people living in this town, it's a decent sized watch house. As you
join the horde, wipe them out.
As you enter the front desk, guard looks over at you. He's like, Excuse me, may I help the six of you?
Yes, of course. Hi, my name is Quincy Gasho. I'll flash my lawyer information. We're here to express an interest in an orc you have locked up here. We hear that there are currently ongoing criminal proceedings and he has no lawyer present. I may be able to represent him, and I was seeing if I could express interest and or represent him in the case. I was hoping I could ask him a few questions before I throw my hat in the ring, as you say.
You want to represent the fucking orc? Kind of rolls his eyes. Whatever, Tieflin, he's in the back. Bill, let him through! You see this guy kind of nod and opens the door for you. Back right cell. Go ahead.
Thank you kindly, sir.
So, as you guys move into the back right through the doors of the area, you see the back chained up with this kind of defeated scowl on his face, sitting by a thing of hay, chained to the wall, this large, burly green orc. Bulging muscles and finely trimmed beard. I will blow up his picture for you.
Ooh.
I love it when you blow up a picture as I'm spamming a click. It's amazing, but it's fine.
Nikolai, are you coming with us?
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to make sure, friend. If you wanted to wait in the lobby, you could. If you wanted to overhear any sort of
He's
gossip.
playing himself. He's like, I'm sorry, I know where I belong. I got some ongoing fucking shit.
Well, man, you said you wanted to ask him some questions. Feel free.
As you approach, the orc kind of looks at each of you with kind of this weird, what the fuck gaze as the six of you walk in.
Hello, sir. We might be your possible lawyers. Would you be willing to answer all questions that we may have for you about this case?
He looks at you. He kind of glares at you, Mint, and kind of furrows his brows like, aren't you a bit young to be a lawyer?
Oh no, I'm here with Quincy. He's the lawyer. I'm only his assistant.
Yeah, we are a lawyer in Entourage.
Lawyer? What the? I'm surprised they're even willing to give me one, since they won't listen to a goddamn fucking word I say.
If no one else will, then we will. If you really didn't do it, then we'd be more than happy to represent you.
Now, man, we must say that this is a consultation to see what you have to say about the case and see if we'd be interested in picking it up. We have no guarantees about certain conditions, whether or not we'd represent you, but seeing as how I'm probably the only freelance lawyer in the area, I'd say, give it your best shot.
Please just tell us all that
Fair.
happened that day.
What do you know about the case?
We heard a family was attacked. Sadly, we did not hear that much more. I was planning on, if I did take the case, to get official police reports and all that. But first things first, we want to see how our defendant is feeling about it.
Look, all I can tell you is what happened to me. They didn't bother to tell me much about the details, apart from the fact that one of the family went missing.
Oh, that is very different from the rumors, sir. Alright, so why don't you tell me what happened to you?
Well, I was just happened to be out in my hunting. Out there, I was out hunting down creatures the other night. I was attacked suddenly and killed the creature with my axe, and returned home to my wife and child, William. Upon being back, though, the next morning, apparently, the Mansell family had been, well, they said murdered and killed, though no bodies were found. They apparently accused me of this heinous act. Apparently the rooms were covered in blood and they found a severed arm. They accused me of taking it out, killing the person, and hiding the arm. Or leaving the arm after killing the families and apparently hiding the bodies. They think I had something to do with this because my son and their daughter were seeing each other. They had tried to forbid it. I honestly didn't really care one way or the other. But apparently they think that's enough of a motive for me to do the murders.
By the way, while he's speaking, I'm making insight checks.
Same.
Yeah, roll them.
We lose!
Esmond, you're not sure. Mint,
I don't even know.
you gather he seems to be honest and upfront about this.
Can I make one too?
Yep.
Insight.
God, I
It's
love
really
how the
hard
lawyer...
to see past. It's really hard to see past literally everyone.
Yeah, I love how Quincy got the lowest insight. Quincy, you're like, that lying son of a bitch.
You lying son of a bitch!
Just for the YOLO. There we go.
Okay, so Nikolai, Mitsu, and Mint, all three of you kind of figure he seems to be telling the truth. Right? At least he believes he's telling the truth, is what you gather.
Alright, that sounds absolutely fine. When you moved into the town, you've been hunting. How often would you say you hunt in the night for creatures and such?
I make my living hunting at night, giving me the advantage, he says, pointing out his red orcish eyes that you are well aware does have night vision.
Fair enough, sir. Have you ever had anyone go hunting with you that'd be willing to testify that this is a thing you do, and, you were out that night? Did you go hunting with anyone, or was it by yourself?
I hunt by myself. Most people in the town don't really like me much, if you haven't figured it out.
And you have brought no one else hunting except for your own family?
No, my son has gone with me a few times, but he didn't come with me that night.
That's good. They probably accuse your son faster than you.
They probably would, honestly, but...
Oh yeah, no, motive, they could just say, oh, the girl didn't like him and he got mad, that sort of thing. We are gonna have to question your son. I hope that is alright.
Kinda glares at you. You be respectful of my wife and child.
Of course, sir. I mean no offense by that. It's just the fact that your son did have a connection with the family that went missing on the night you went hunting. And so if, say, they had a secret hideaway when they were seeing each other, that we could look into some such as that. Maybe he's saying he knows something that he didn't necessarily tell everyone. I mean, you haven't really been speaking to your boy in a while, so that's why we were going to ask. We'd be completely respectful and honest with him.
Once again, kind of looks at each of you.
I'm going to roll a deception check really quick.
Of course, that's when you roll high.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You can find him out in the house just outside of town. Little farm cabin.
Oh,
As a personal curiosity, what were you hunting on that day and what did you catch?
Well, that night I was hunting wolves. But I didn't catch anything, so they came out of the night and attacked me. Didn't get a great look at it. It moved quick, but I dug my axe into its side before it scratched my back and fled.
Could, you're chained up to the wall there. Is there any possibility you could show us your back?
Fair enough. He turns around. You see marks on his back.
Is there any clear, distinguishable, claw bite sort of mark like that?
Roll me a nature check.
Can I do so as well?
I'm not going to roll the nature because I don't have proficiency. I'm going to leave that to people better.
I've spent the better part of 10 years fighting things with claws.
Yep, you can roll me a nature check.
I have proficiency in it, but it doesn't matter.
Mint... you don't know. Nikolai, you can tell there are definitely claw marks. Nothing you can identify, though.
Alright, so probably something that wasn't anything similar to what was in the Wild North.
Yeah,
Can I
probably not something like that, but you'd figure most of the things in the Wild North probably wouldn't be in the forests of Prokesia, so...
I hope to identify something similar.
Yeah, you can't really identify it.
Since
Just to ask a question as well.
Okay, what do you want to ask?
Just to make sure, are the wounds like is the wound he got like approximately the healing
look fresh
age?
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a medicine check.
I'd like to join this too, just because.
Yeah,
this
two
is
people may roll.
hilarious.
I was gonna ask.
No, only 2 people can roll. That's kind of the rule for these
Hell
kind of...
yeah!
Yeah, so you 2 look at it!
Orcs are weird.
I mean, maybe? You're not sure if orcs heal fast or slow or anything. It's just, I mean, they're there. They're
The
not
green screen is kind of
scarred.
mixing with any kind of like bruising or anything.
Yeah,
so
it's like
really
you're
hard.
not sure. It's really hard to tell.
Mr. Zago, if you don't mind me asking, after you hunt something and catch it, let's say a wolf, do you use your axe for the butchering and trimming?
He kind of blinks at you and goes, "No, I use a skinning knife for that."
I was just asking. Now,
Okay.
my next...
A question, Mr. Quincy.
Go ahead.
If you had stabbed this wolf thing or this creature with your axe, right?
Yes,
You stabbed it, right? And the axe got stuck in it, right?
it cut it.
It cut it, but the axe didn't get stuck? I thought the axe got stuck.
No, I said I stuck my axe in it.
Ah, okay. Well, anyway, did you not follow any sort of trail or anything as a hunter towards it, or did you just leave it alone?
I couldn't find it after it struck me and I hit my axe with it. Disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I looked for tracks, but I couldn't find any.
No blood trail either?
I saw a little bit of blood on the ground where I struck it, but there didn't seem to be a trail. Yes, you may, Mint.
Okay.
Can I ask him something?
Of course.
Once again, seems to be telling the truth. Cool. Once again, Tetsu, you have no idea.
Not in my eyes, he's a filthy liar.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nikolai.
Out of curiosity, what kind of axe were you using? Is it dedicated for hunting, or was it a combat axe?
It's my battle axe.
I see. Was it one-handed, or was it a great axe?
Two-handed.
I see. Rather cumbersome for hunting, no?
That's how orcs were trained to hunt as children.
Very well.
Do you remember where in the forest this happened?
That was about several hours north of the town.
Hmm.
Off the trail, though.
Is that usually where you go hunting?
I hunt all around the woods. But generally around that area, yes.
Thank you. Quincy, is there anything else?
I'm currently running through some variables in my head. There's a lot of wolves in this area. He received a scratch on his back and the creature disappeared. The blood trail seemed to go and there was no steps made afterwards. Of course, maybe he wasn't able to stop it. I know dark vision does have its limits. But, But you are a hunter by trade, so you losing a creature is very uncommon, would you say?
Normally I can track, especially after the initial fight, but yeah, it's odd that I couldn't see any sign of it. Decided to head home right after that. I was injured and
Of
had to make
course.
sure the wife and kid were okay in case something like that was nearby.
Sir, will we find your battle axe at your house?
They took it. Evidence.
Alright. We may have to see if we could... Alright, I think I'm forming a certain sort of defense. I'm going to go on a brief consultation with the rest of my crew, and we will come back shortly and let you know if we're taking your case or not, okay, sir?
Actually, one more question.
No.
Yeah.
How long have you known the family that has gone missing?
Well, I've been living in this town for roughly 9 years. Would say we've been knowing them for about this long. As I said, my boy and their girl were close.
Where were you living in before you moved to this town?
He kind of grunts. Well, I happen to live down in the Hollandon forests at the time. Before a few bits. Before that, about 12 years ago where I met my wife, or 15 years ago when I met my wife, I lived in Marquesa.
Hmm.
We moved here because apparently orcs have the right to be free citizens. Though, he says, looking around at the prison, I'm starting to have my doubts about that.
Wasn't Marquesha where we were at the start?
Yes.
I don't know about that. I think orcs can be very free citizens there too now.
Did you say that?
Tatsu, some tact.
Tatsu,
Wait,
why
was
don't we
Tatsu
go and have our
actually-
consultation?
Did Tatsu actually say that?
Yes.
Mid will just bang him over the head with a pot or something.
No, you've learned. You have a mallet at all hands.
Yes!
I do.
You're bullying me, I'm right.
You learned what he fears.
It's like a cat with a spray bottle at this point.
Pretty
Exactly.
much, that's what she does.
Punks him on the head with a mallet.
Tatsu, behave.
Fine,
Oh.
fine.
Well,
Alright.
anyway, Quincy, if you want to talk, then leave.
Yes, a quick side along. Let's please go into. We're not going to leave the room. Just over here, really quick.
You can kind of see when you guys leave, Quill just kind of slackens again. He's not expecting much.
Now,
Surprised that we even bothered talking to him.
Honestly, yes.
now, Mitsutoshi, Tatsu, do you want to come over here as well?
Fuck. Sorry. I'm looking at the Discord more than the map.
Kinda
Failure.
same.
All
I'm
right.
looking at my sheet more than the map.
So, I'm gonna need two people to say that he seems honest and sign off the truth. Because Mint's gonna say implicitly, I need another voice.
I
Well-
actually do believe he's telling the truth because of my deductions, because I learned from the best. Okay?
I didn't teach you. Anyway, I need one
rolled a
other
4.
approval.
In my personal opinion, I think he's guilty as fuck, but since Mint is saying otherwise, I trust Mint.
Understood. Mitsutoshi, you seem to have a level head. What do you think?
In my personal opinion, he's innocent.
All right. Esmond, Nicola, do you have anything to say?
I believe in innocent until proven guilty, but being the probable weapons expert here, I will need to get a look at his axe, if possible.
I was thinking that. I had a plan with the axe. Esmond, any thoughts?
I have no idea whether he's actually innocent or guilty, but if you wish to find a definite answer, I can assist.
Fantastic. So, let's go tell Mr. Zago we'll take the case. And also, my plan for the axe, by the way, I'll let you in on it. If we can find this arm and submit it as evidence, and we can also get this axe and submit it, and we can cut something with the axe, say arm equivalent, let's say if we could find a piece of a pig or like a piece of a wolf's limb, we can compare to see if the tear marks are the same or different.
On
But
the
the body
body
arm-
arm, wasn't the arm submitted as like the only part of the body that was
Exactly.
Ah.
That's
Also,
what I'm seeing.
I also think we should interview the family, or well, anyone that knew the family, as well as maybe we should go into the forest and find out what was going
I'm
on.
not
Wait.
positive on this, but I think you need both sides to make that reference check.
You really don't, but even then, it's a flimsy argument for the defense, mostly because, person that trades in armed killings could have gotten another thing to kill them with instead of his primary thing.
Before all of that, I'm realizing this is literally just our mini campaign before Horde.
No, Jordan, have you played Phoenix Wright, Jordan? The thing is we're disproving that that's the murder weapon to disprove credibility to the prosecution's case. You are absolutely correct about that, but it's also we need every advantage we can get to prove this in front of 3 judges and a jury, and that's just one of the many things we'll need, okay?
Could also attempt to find whatever actually attacked him that night. It doesn't sound natural.
My lord, if I remember military correct, every single weapon is branded with a special insignia when you make a cut.
You have been hit with a hammer multiple times, so it's not surprising you misunderstood some things.
No, every single weapon of quality is stamped with a maker's cut, but that...
It doesn't show in the wound of any man.
Yes.
Okay,
That's simply to identify the person who made it, that's...
I see.
Alright, let's go tell Mr. Zog. He probably overheard all of this, but let's go tell him.
If he stabbed with the pot with the insignia...
I'm sorry, but I love how we were literally speaking about this, and not even a fucking 10 minutes ago, we were talking about how he was one of the weapons experts.
Oh,
There
you
are
mostly-
3 guards here going like this is a circus.
It was like that orc is gonna hang.
Hey, do we want to go over the evidence first, or do you just want to immediately take his case?
Well, we need to take his case in order to be able to gain access to any of the evidence.
Oh, I guess so. I'm not really that good at this lawyer thing, but...
And that's why you're an advisor, not a lawyer.
And we could always interview his family before we become lawyers, right?
Again, it makes a lot more legal precedent for us to start snooping around if we say we are taking his case.
Okay, let's go.
Because, if we just snoop around, we're a bunch of random suspects snooping around who are looking into a case that the precinct is handling, and they may be able to arrest us like, why the heck are you doing that? But if we do have the cover as being his lawyer, then it makes sense why we are gathering evidence.
Interesting how you refer to it as cover.
Yeah. I would like to argue we're not doing anything illegal.
Let's go talk to him again.
So he goes, Quill, who's been waiting for you, he's like, so what you saying?
I'm not guaranteeing a guilty or innocent verdict, but I am saying that we will investigate this case further and fully represent you.
Little shocked at that, I have to admit.
Trust me, no one is more shocked as I am that I even am looking over this case. But the results will definitely weigh in our favor. After all, the devil's in the detail.
He blinks at you for a moment.
An entire race swap just for one joke.
So much lore written for this moment.
And it was worth every moment.
Gotcha.
It was worth
Wow.
every bit of my soul that I sold.
So amazing.
This pun is an ongoing fucking
I love it. I love it.
That's gonna be Quincy's catchphrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, I would say hang around, but we want to prevent that, so we'll come back with a few consultations when we can and give you updates before the trial date. I do need to get all the information I can, and so we do need to start working quickly in case the trial is in, tonight.
It's not tonight. They're apparently waiting for the magistrate to come from the capital.
The capital's really close, so it could be, but it's probably, I'm gonna say tomorrow most likely, no one on luck. So yes, we're gonna get work on this post-haste.
Who knows? It might be 40k fucking thing. It'll take about 2 years.
2 years and 40k? My god, that's a diligent magistrate.
Wait, are you telling me that that's a fucking member of the Minishitorum that got somewhere in 2 years? What the fuck are you talking about, Baka? Jesus.
No, he got to his office in 2 years.
No, that this Arbite showed up to litigate after 2 years? What the fuck are you talking about?
A second though. I'm playing
Okay.
the samurai. Jordan's playing a support class, and our first mission is investigation. This is our one shot.
It's really hard to hear Tattoo speak because of just the muffle of his mic.
Oh god, is it back?
Yeah, it's coming back slightly. Like, it's not as... Like, you're not full on underwater yet.
I'm not
Like-
underwater yet.
It just sounds
Half
like
the
you have
stuff.
like a sheet over your mic.
Half
Yeah.
the stuff that you say, I'm like, what is Tattoo saying? I just assume it's something nonsense.
I mean, with
Good
Theotar, that's
assumption.
probably true.
Yeah.
Probably because of the recent hit.
Alright, so let's take a look at the evidence, I guess.
Okay.
Yep. And
Slowly.
since Quincy already did that joke, we won't leave you hanging. Badum.
Oh, I did that one too.
Minutes, if you please.
I'm gonna fucking die.
So do you want us talking to the guards, or do you want to just skip what information they can give us?
Yeah, we can get through it depends what you guys. If you guys want to RP it for fun's sake, or I can give you the info.
Get
Your
the
pick.
info.
Yeah, I feel like the real thing is just going to be talking to the son.
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the info you gather from the guards is you do get access to the evidence of the axe and the severed arm.
Mm-hmm.
There's blood on the axe. Arm looks severed and also kind of a bit mangled, but as if the person was struggling and thus, attacks happened.
Now, from the arm, could we tell what kind of person this may have related to?
Oh, they gather it's the wife's arm.
Got it. Thank you.
Well,
Was
question, how long have they been dead? Is the arm decomposing yet? Can we even recognize anything major?
They disappeared like a day ago.
Okay, so it's... quite
Keith?
fresh.
To continue, before we get more of this information, could you please make a note saying case notes, and so I can start recording?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Thank you.
What are the nature of the wounds
Oh,
upon the arm?
Yeah, I was about to say, is the...
Well, it looks a bit
is it
mangled,
the-
so it looks like it may have been torn, rended.
Yeah, no, but the thing is... During a fight, you can, like... Essentially, I'm attempting to identify the instruments used, let's call it. Because there are creatures that will fully use a sword and also bite you. I know of one
so
such
roll me
creature.
a medicine check, Mint.
Alright.
There's all kinds of creatures that can bite you. It's beyond you, Mint.
I can go number 2 unless someone actually has medicine.
I actually have medicine.
Okay, Miss Satoshi, you look at it, and though the arm was definitely mangled and thing, it doesn't look like it's a clean cut by any stretch. You gather that it was multiple strikes, and it doesn't look like it was a single-bladed weapon by any stretch. Actually, as you really look at it, it almost looks more torn than sliced. Though it does have gashes in it as well. It looked like it was both sliced and then torn off the rest of the way.
I relay this to party.
Yep.
Looks like a suicide to me.
It does. Obvious case of a lot of people just instantaneously committed suicide and hit their own bodies.
was a cult. It's a cult thing. We all know it. Can we also ask the guard if like there have been any other disappearances lately, like in the past month or so?
Yeah, you can ask it. No, there has been no other disappearances. This is the first time this has happened.
Okay, we're in time this time around, boys.
Could you please give me the name of his son? I think it was William.
William, yes. The name of the son is William.
Surname is now Shakespeare.
And
if you
the
would like
family-
the case, yeah, I was about to give you the. So the family name is Mansell. It had 5 members. The mother was named Alice. The father was named Robert. The grandmother who lived with them was named Shauna. Their daughter was Claire, age 15, and their son Dale, aged 18.
Ah, so what you're saying is Mint is in perfect age to match the children.
What was the son's name? One more time, I'm really sorry.
Dale.
And finally, the grandmother's name.
Shauna.
Thank you.
Damn it.
And they are the Mansells. Of 5, 1 husband Robert, 1 wife Alice, 1 daughter Claire, 1 son Dale, grandmother Shauna.
Yep. It was a family of 5.
Another family?
It's probably not, honestly. Like I said, thousands of people living in the town. They're not exactly. They were just a farm family.
All right.
They weren't anything you would have like gone out of your way to interact with.
Wait, farm family?
Yeah, like from a farm.
Where was their house?
They
Close
were.
to, yeah,
Yeah.
about a mile away from the city, according. No.
Well, that's
About
That's
outside,
where.
yeah.
That's where Quill's farm is. Their farm
Well-
was closer to the city, but still outside the city gates.
Which direction?
They would north as well.
Oh, I see connections.
Do we have permission for guards to investigate the Mansell home? Or is it one of those like ask when you get there for the guards that are?
I mean, you would have to. You could do so under supervision. Because obviously they're just not going to let 6 random people investigate a crime scene without supervision.
Of course. Okay, so we are allowed to look at it, of course.
Yeah, if you have taken on the job of being his lawyer, then you are allowed to look over evidence and any sort of tracking.
Crime
yes.
scene. Mm.
Crime scene. You are also told of the name of your opponent, as the prosecutor is also in town.
Esmond Sage leave.
You heard that the prosecutor is a high elf named Elbran. He is apparently located at staying at the local tavern, the Salmon's Fin.
Okay. Does everyone see the case notes that I typed up so far?
Yeah.
In the Discord?
Mhm.
Have my own
no.
personal notes. Sweet.
Roll 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dale,
Uh,
where are you, Dale?
So, how do we want to play this? It seems that if I wanted to talk to the prosecutor, we'd probably want to stop by the tavern before we went up north.
Yes, go to him and ask him for an exchange of evidence.
That seems.
If it's not the same tavern I just went to, that should be fine.
I mean, didn't we already have an exchange? Didn't we already get all the evidence? Why would he have other evidence that he just keep on hand?
Because
Isn't
he's
there
Oh man,
Because he is
you are just a sweet golden child. When it comes to bringing up evidence in court, courtrooms are more, depending on where you are, could be a bit Wild West. So evidence is not always submitted before the court, and instead is submitted during court as a like gotcha sort of thing. As long as it can be corroborated by multiple sources, and the police force have agreed that it is good. And seeing as how the police force are just a local group of guards, I believe almost every piece of evidence, as long as it has viable, what's the word? as long as it seems viable, would be submitted.
So we have to kill him with our evidence.
Yes, that's why we want to investigate the house to see if there's anything they missed, anything we can build the case around, that sort of thing.
We really are doing this Ace Attorney style.
Pretty much.
I'm not familiar with this Ace Attorney. What the fuck?
I mean, ironically, just to be fair, this was always the first quest I had in mind. It's just ironic one of you's a lawyer.
It's also ironic. This is basically part 2 of the mini campaign.
Yeah, the
Well-
Inquisitor quest.
The Inquisitor quest, you guys were trying to find a bunch of escaped slaves. This one's you're trying to see if an orc has committed murder or not. It's pretty different. It just happens to be an investigation.
Nah, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Exact same case.
I think the one thing that's tying us here is what happened in the woods and the attack. I think we should go there, like, definitely. Just, I mean,
Yes.
not now, but just maybe later in the day.
Yeah, we're coming up with a
Yeah.
plan of operation.
Let's split up the party.
Hell yeah.
So,
yeah.
do we want to split up at all, or do we all want to go as a group? I believe going as a group right now is fine, just because even though I trust all of you, I don't know how much you've done in investigating.
One man
if
group
we-
with the
Let
death.
me check my stats that I have canonical access to. I can look for things, but not.
I'm
Closely.
really good at distractions, talking to people. I'm good at cooking. Yeah, I'm good
I'm
at survival.
funnily enough good at half of those.
I believe
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
will be our primary trackers when we go to the woods and trying to figure out what's been there,
Survival wasn't one of them.
or talking to
Personally,
any
I'm
defense.
just good.
All right, so I
Fine.
think the order of operations we should do is we want to talk to. I think William's going to be like the closer and is going to help us a lot. So what I'd recommend is we go talk to the High Elf Elbrand and see what we can find out, because it's right here basically, and figuring that out. And then we could go to the murder scene and William and see what we can find about those, because William did know the family and is also the son of the defendant. So his information, like, he wouldn't give us false information or wouldn't have any prejudices. So he is someone we definitely need to talk to. And then I think we would probably want to go into the woods and see if we can pick up where this attack happened. Does that sound tenable?
Indeed.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what I'm thinking is we can all go to the tavern together and speak to Elbrand, because it's right here. And then we could either decide to split the party for the 2 other things, investigating the crime scene and talking to the witnesses, or we can do that, as a group once and twice. And then we definitely want to do the woods together.
Yeah, probably go to the woods where the orc was attacked together is a smart move. I will say that much.
No. Go in one by one.
You want to go one by one?
One by one.
Okay.
You know what, you guys just send Tatsu up there.
Oh,
He'll be good.
All we need is one Akashan at the end of that line, and we're
Because-
fine.
Because we have Mint, who's a great survival tracker and talker. I'm a good talker. We have someone who can perceive stuff, and a warrior. We literally have everything we need to do 2-3 man bands.
And
But
hey,
if
if we ever need a foot runner, I have 50 feet of movement speed.
Exactly.
If we ever need a group clown, I have
But why
5
would I do
acrobatics.
that when I can just tie a note to a bow and arrow and know exactly where you are and just send it?
I love how Baka made Zen essentially in this campaign.
Oh my god, yeah.
If any of you need to make an ability check with my bardic inspiration, that's what it does.
Mm-hmm.
You can add it twice.
All right, great. So yeah, let's go to Elfbrand, and we can see what we want to do after, and see if we can get any information from him.
Very well.
Because we saw what we wanted to see with the severed arm and the weapon, right? The arm looks like there was a struggle, and it was kind of a slash. I'll write that down. And the weapon, did anyone look at the weapon and see if they saw anything?
The slash, the arm was
yeah.
torn off.
Yeah, the arm
Yeah.
was ripped off essentially. It wasn't a slash.
Okay, great.
But you said you saw that it started as a slash, but then was ripped off the rest of the way.
Got it. Which, the prosecutor could go like, yeah, an orc strong.
Yeah, but wouldn't he just be able to cut clean through if he's used to killing animals and stuff?
He did just
And-
get
and-
through
and
4 other
wielding.
people.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I
and
can confirm
proficient in
that-
double-bladed battle axes. Yeah, probably.
All you need is not even a particularly sharp blade and enough strength to cleave through a limb.
Should we
I can
talk
speak
about
through-
this in front of our defendant?
No, I think we moved on from here because we're near the
Okay.
evidence
Yeah.
locker.
Yeah. That was
No, what we're saying is if he did it, he would have done a better job.
Yeah, he would have done
What a
better.
defense. Sir, you can tell this man is innocent because if he was a murderous rampaging orc, he would have done a much better job of it.
Not gonna
You're
lie.
not fucking
I
lying.
legit
Keith,
would've-
you're not
if I
fucking
was
lying.
a-
There is a case in Ace Attorney where a fucking legendary assassin, everyone's like, did he do it? And like the people are like, no, we wouldn't have been able to catch him if he fucking did.
Literally,
Yeah.
that would be like that's my like when I was spectating dude. I'm literally speaking like how this is bullshit. I could have done a better job.
Heat. To be fair, there are actual cases where the defense literally summed up the Tyrion quote of, if I had poisoned them, I would have not been there standing gawking like an idiot. And it worked.
Honestly, I think it can work. You just have to play it right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, great. So let's go to the
I
tavern.
think part of the problem is though you guys are kind of stepping into the difference between, and to use an American stereotype, the white man going into the trial versus the black man going into
Yeah.
the trial.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm from Texas. I was fully prepared for this man to die the second I knew he was an orc.
Proving how strong he is not a good way to defend him in this case.
What do you mean? I'm doing this to assist you, not him.
Okay, so you
Look
guys
at
are going to the
those
end to speak to the other lawyer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys wander over to the Salmon Fins Inn. Oh, I forgot to turn the lights on. 1 second.
I mean, I can
This
see.
happens to be the same
Okay.
inn I got kicked out of because of their terrible drinks. I will just wait outside and pour myself.
Oh my god, man. Get your horny out of here.
The fuck?
I said something in roll 20.
Yeah.
God.
You know what's funnier, just for the sake of the you knowing Ares, that's Judah's character I'm using too.
Ooh. Cool.
Because he played the orc game and that was his character. I'm like, I'm basically just using his backstory where he didn't get fucked over.
I remember you speaking about
Alright,
it.
guys. So we have 3 people at the table, 1 person waitering tables, the bartender, and a guy sitting on a comfortable chair looking into a fire. I wonder who our lawyer is.
I think it's the moose.
It's an animated object moose lawyer.
Mind you, we were told that he was an elf. But hear me out.
I personally think it's Marshall who's invisible over there.
Don't point him out.
Alright, so we enter. Is there any sort of descriptions you want to give, Heath?
So as you guys look about the inn, you do kind of see it's a slow night, but you do once again obviously see you're pretty much, it's the fucking elf. Like, there's one elf in the bar who's very easily a high elf. Everybody else just happens to be a normal kind of human, some halfling. The bartender's just this big burly guy kind of looking over at you.
Oh
But the
my
elf is
god.
just-
Okay, Heath, I'm gonna stop you right there. Something very important came up. If everyone would direct their eyes to each candle and how they look,
Easter egg!
Wait, what's wrong?
Why?
Huh?
Remember
What is
the
he-
Easter egg you made?
The little fucking present atop the rooftops.
I am confused.
They
I
look like
think we need to scale this up.
Like Tatsu sounds like he's underwater. Like I can barely understand what he's saying.
Jordan, please explain it.
You know what? No, never mind. Continue.
Okay, so can we talk to the elf, please?
Yeah.
God, I like how Jordan has to stop. They're like, I don't wanna. So you go over towards the lawyer, who's kind of just sipping a glass of brandy, sitting by the fire.
I am sampling this fine establishment's beer, so we're not swarming him, and to see if it compares any better than the other one. Priorities.
I just take a seat at the table to kind of listen in.
Okay. So you just sit down next to this elf, then, Quincy, in the free chair.
Of course.
He looks
Just a
over at you
second.
and kind of raises a single eyebrow at you and goes, "Excuse me, did I request for you to sit next to me, sir?"
Oh, well, I didn't necessarily look for your permission, but I wanted to see who you were and how you're doing. I'm sorry, maybe it was a bit impolite for me to sit next to you so abruptly, but seeing as how we're going to be facing off against each other in more than one area, I decided to make my gambit, as it were.
He kind of raises his eyebrow even higher, goes, "Excuse me, I gather from your eloquent speech that you are a fellow enforcer of the law?"
Oh no, we are not enforcers, we are just argumentors or interpreters of the law, as it were.
I see. So, may I ask what this is pertaining about, sir?
Oh, sir, you know the only case in a small town like this where a lawyer would need to face off against another lawyer.
I see. So you are referring to my more recent case. Well, I was just making sure you weren't representing some other person. I do have multiple cases running at once in different cities and towns.
Oh no, why would I come all the way out here to tell you about another small little case out in the capital? No, I'm talking about this one.
I see. So you intend to represent the beast.
Well, beast is a strong term. I'd say, give me one moment, I'm sorry. I had to get his name.
Quill. His name was Quill.
No, you gave me Elbrand, so that's what I'm using.
Actually, I didn't give you any name for him.
Oh, really? I heard High Elf Elbrand.
I thought you meant Quill is this in the orc's name. My bad.
Yeah, no. Well, mister, I see Quill not as a beast, even though they have him chained as such, but I see him as a man who
his name now.
who has been a fine member of this community for the last 9 odd years, who was in a wrong place, wrong time. But, of course, I know you would never understand that, Mr. Elbrand, with all your cases around here. You probably don't even remember a face.
He kind of looks at you, he's like, "I definitely remember that face, and that is the face of a killer if I ever did say one, Mr. Quincy.
Oh,
He very clearly is capable of destroying an entire family. I dare say he's probably the only person in this entire town who could kill 5 people and drag away the bodies like they didn't exist."
oh, Mr. Elbrand, I'm not against his
Everyone
killing
just says,
capabilities.
"Look around."
I am not arguing against his killing capabilities, and I just need to inform you that a night of whiskey and a saucy wench can ruin about any sort of family. Not just murder. Now, sorry.
Something I am proficient in.
Now, what I'm here is not to argue the case in front of you. We'll be doing that in the courtroom, of course. I'm just seeing if there's any little surprises or gambits you'd have prepared, or if you're just playing this as stupidly as I believe you are.
Gambits? How much gambits does a man need when you have all the evidence in before you? We have motive, we have means, and we have a weapon.
Oh, really? What was the motive again?
Obviously, he was rather upset about his son no longer had to see their daughter. This is an orc who has shown himself to think himself high above his station, sir. Obviously, he has married a human woman and bared one of them half-breed children, showing that he is beyond a doubt thinking himself better than his superiors. And obviously, being denied such a woman like their daughter from his son could send a man into a thing. I intend to prove, sir, that he did not just murder that family, but would try to whisk away the little girl for his own son's pleasure, as the orcish races tend to do.
Oh, so you're saying that the daughter may still be alive?
Could be. He might have murdered her, though, on the way when she denied such advancements from such a grotesque creature.
Oh, so you're saying in between one house and the other house, he got bored halfway through, killed someone in the middle of the field, and then just kept the body's way, and then made sure to get on his hands and knees, scrub up all the blood. Because I'm sorry to say...
The blood was all over the house, my sir.
Yes, but if you killed the lady outside of the house, then...
Could have killed her miles away in the forest, like we'd ever find a blood trail out there. Could have just buried her alive, as the orcish monster might be tended to do. We have no way of knowing, sir. He may have killed her in the room. It is just supposition, I will admit, what he did with the young girl.
Of course, I completely understand, and if I was in your case, I'd probably do the exact same thing. Oh, but there is one thing I wouldn't do. I wouldn't be sitting at a chair in a comfy inn, looking by a fire, and literally looking at the evidence as happenstance and assumptions. There's a lot of holes in your story, sir, and even though he may have the strength, he may be the only person in town to do it. There's a lot of maybes, a lot of him-haws, and you don't seem to have anything clear-cut other than he was out in the middle of the night with an axe.
Well,
I bid you good day.
Yeah, good day, sir, and good luck to you. I'm sure you will need it.
Oh, sir, I will be sending all my good luck to you, because I'm pretty sure you'll need it to recover after such a hard mistake of taking this case.
As the dick measuring contest between lawyers is over.
I'm sorry for not letting you talk during that.
Now,
Man.
what about the more relevant measuring contest of who has the better drink, this inn or the other?
This is a better drink.
Hell yeah!
That was awesome! Like, what did you... Oh my god, you're so good!
The shitty part is a lot of the stuff he was saying was probably correct and is going to be a really hard thing to disprove. But you can't show that to the enemy. I'm saying that quietly. Can't fuck it.
Yeah, I figured.
Just being loud about this, like, oh my god, you're so good! No, that was amazing! You were so... that's so amazing!
Mr. Quincy, did we get the evidence that he had?
Well, we know that he has a severe lack of evidence. He has a motive that could be disproven if with a little bit of grease and evidence on our side. He has happenstance, maybes, and hee-haws. It's the problem that we gotta just make sure we get past the point of the racism. And if we can find a way to factually disprove any of his claims, it'll start crumbling. Now, getting that evidence is gonna be the hardest part. And if we don't do it, then you know, our case will fall through and he will be absolutely correct.
Having said that, I do believe we should probably get a move on then.
Indeed. Because as soon as the magistrate shows up, I believe it'll be a quick consultation hour and then the trial will go. And so we want to get this done as reasonably quickly as possible. Oh, by the way, did you guys see his uniform? It was not on par. I'm pretty sure I beat him in the costume department by the 10th degree.
Did you want me to blow up his outfit so you can see it better?
Oh, I don't need to. I see trash from where I am just fine.
I see trash from where
Looks like some kind of shitty Jedi.
He has a better moose, though. Where's your moose, Quincy? What is your moose?
He does not own that moose.
How do you know that?
Looks like a failed attempt to make a kimono.
Hold on, give me one moment. Bartender, just because I need a win here today, does Elbrand there own the moose over the fireplace?
He looks at you like you're high.
It is literally just a win a bet.
The moose, it is my. Why would a customer own a moose in my tavern?
Thank you very much for answering my question, sir. And I'll put down like a 5 silver and then move away.
And I will just go up to Quincy, laugh, and say, I made you ask.
You did beat me in wits, sir. Congratulations.
Jesus. Okay, where are you guys going next?
Kill the investigate the family.
Yeah.
Kill the family.
Guys, I have the perfect plan. We'll commit the same crime.
We'll murder the family, make him disappear, and prove that obviously this is a repeat
We
murder.
definitely
Couldn't
need
have
to
been
talk
him.
to the family, because motive would be a fantastic thing to disprove. And if like they exchange letters or anything, and he keeps any hidden, and we can present those, and it's in her handwriting, and I'm sorry to say, but they're not gonna think an orc drew in such curly script. We should be good.
But what if it's proven in court that he has a really good handwriting?
Well, the prosecutor won't know that we're presenting it, and so he won't be able to prove it right at that moment.
He can ask him.
Indeed, and that's why we may not have his son testify at all, just because, I'm sorry to say, but he is a half-orc talking in court. Most people would probably throw away his testimony.
Very well then, so shall we go?
Indeed.
Are we splitting up the party?
No.
I-
Just because-
Literally on our way, like both farms are to the north of town, like
I know, but how am I supposed
Well,
to
actually,
that?
I assume the forest where he was attacked was probably closer to his house than it is to that farm.
I mean, their house is farther away from the farm that got attacked. And he
No,
was
okay,
hours
no.
outside of town when he was attacked, like hours away from his farm when he was attacked.
Right, so
Yeah.
to get there, it's easier to start from his house or the house where the attack
So if you're going to both houses, you would go to the evidence house first, then you would go to his house.
Got it, thank you.
Their house is farther away. You're looking at about a 15-minute walk out of town versus a half-hour walk out of town.
just
Got
like here's like the real quick visualization I got from it. So like if this is town, this is like crime scene. Then there's like this is his own residence, and then this is like his hunting zone.
Yeah, that's closer to it, yeah.
So we're literally going crime scene, then person's house, and then hunting zone.
Perfect. Alright, that sounds great.
So crime scene heat.
On the way there, do we hear any sort of, like... We don't need to roleplay it out unless someone else does want to ask neighbors and have it roleplay. Does anyone want that?
No.
No.
Aries?
I want to fight the thing in the woods.
Got it. Okay, so do we hear any rumors or like any sort of... Do we get a feel for the Marcel family on our way there?
You can roll me persuasion check.
Got it.
Can I grant advantage because I'm proficient?
I'll allow it.
We have double bardic inspiration, by the way.
We have the plague with us.
If Mint gives the inspiration, yes.
I already,
20.
I already gave Quincy inspiration.
It's been well past 10 minutes, Aries.
Oh, never mind. No.
Okay.
I'll take the 23.
You guys go about talking, and it's not double bardic inspiration. You pick one of. You roll twice and pick one. It's basically inspiration with advantage.
It's not triple advantage, you pick one of the 3 dice. Ciao.
Yeah, choose which to use.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other words, yeah, it's inspiration with advantage.
Yes.
But so yeah, as you go on and do the persuasion, you are able to go forward, and basically you discuss. Well, what sort of information are you looking for? Just general, something specific? What are you going for?
Yeah, no, like you know, I'm assuming that people are like already talking as if the entire family has been murdered, And so,
Yeah.
like, what good things do they say about them? Or, like, you know, did they obviously avoid talking about, like, you know, oh, the son, he was a slugger, right? And then the son just, like, kicked animals or some shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so basically, they were a pretty standard farm family. Nothing particularly one way or the other do you discover. They didn't have any dark skeletons you're aware of. Apart from the daughter apparently liking the half-orc William, which the town disapproved of, obviously, as did the family. But most of that came from also kids making fun of her when they were younger, and the family was discussing having her married off to someone else to prevent any sort of improper marriages of the future.
Right, okay. And of course I assume no one's like, oh yeah, no, Billy Bob told me it was gonna happen in like 2 weeks from now.
No, nothing like that. There weren't
Yeah.
specifics. She was still a little young to be married off, but they were the works were beginning to happen.
Okay, great. So yeah, general feel that like they were just a normal farm family. Most of the stuff happened with the daughter. The daughter got bullied for her relationship. The town was just like, yeah, that half orc is coercing her because you know they're racist fucks.
New theory: the daughter sold her soul to a deity and became a warlock and killed her family.
Hey, it could work. Anyway. Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to get. I wanted to know if I was also seeing if like the father or the grandmother was a pillar in the community. Like, did the grandmother, like, is she one of those like, hey, she used to be adventurer for like the longest time and then settled down here and stuff like that?
Basically, you gather the grandmother used to kind of be one of the town healers till she got too old for it.
Got it. Okay, great.
The father, she's the mother of the father as well, if that's info you would like. And the father was upstanding, large. He was a very large man. Did a lot of the farm work himself. Did a lot of like cutting of wood as well.
Got it.
It's possible that he couldn't be able to do this by himself if there's like a large family. He couldn't possibly take them out to the woods.
As someone that's played a barbarian against children, that is true.
Well, you didn't
Your
say
Honor.
He was taking like
Historically, barbarians and children have not
he was
mixed.
he was like taking 5 adults.
Oh, well, if they're only adults, then they're fine.
Yeah,
No, it's one of those things where we're not
Adults are
arguing
easy.
whether or not he took the bodies or buried them somewhere. We're arguing whether or not if there's any evidence proving to the contrary that has been overlooked. Just because that is circumstantial, and that's the circumstantial evidence that they're presenting. We need a hardcore, factual
We're
sort
looking
of...
for, hey, this points in this direction specifically, not...
Like, we need something that's like, this proves it wrong. Period.
I know,
Because
it's-
everything we've had of his circumstances... But you're right, you're most likely right that he wouldn't be able to do all that. I agree.
It's still good to have something, like, in case we don't find anything, or in case we have something of little... Or in case to bring it up, we know, like, hey, he probably couldn't have been able to drag all the bodies if the prosecution says
He did
so.
receive an injury that night. Well, and that is factual. Have an injury. Okay, great. So, evidence house.
Okay, so you go to the farmhouse then, or the evidence house. So you go to where the attacks happen, and due to the fact that you know they obviously don't have like ticker tape like knockoff things, you just see a guard kind of guarding the house as the 6 of you approach, and he kind of gives you a glare. He goes, "What are you doing here?"
Oh, I'm sorry. Quincy Gashoon at your service. I'll put out my hand for him to shake.
He kind of looks at your hand briefly, looks back up here, like, you didn't answer my question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was figuring introductions were in order before I, enlighten you. I am representing Mr. Quill, and we are currently investigating his case. And seeing as how this is the case of the alleged crime scene, we were seeing if we could gain permission to look around, survey the area, and see what we can find out.
He kind of blinks at you, he goes, can't believe they found a lawyer to work for that fucking orc, but I suppose your kind would do about anything for money. Okay, go in.
Oh, I want to be as improper to become a god of a lonely town. I completely understand where you're coming from.
Quincy.
Oh, what? Oh, sorry, yes. Please lead us around.
I guess everybody, just for context, everybody is aware, tieflings aren't usually well treated in this world.
Oh yeah, no, I
Mhm.
figured. It's funny because current face of the party is also a tiefling.
Yeah.
I know. That's why everybody's like, fucking figures a tiefling would take the case. They're the scum.
I mean, we have a tiefling and an Athmore, like next to each other constantly.
Well,
Smart.
yes, you're not
Yeah.
glowing radiantly, like with a giant holy
You're not
angel
going
halo
out of
over
your
your
way
head.
to show off.
Yeah, like you could pass as human at any given glance. The other guy, he's pretty obviously a tiefling. It's the horns kind of give him away. If not
It was
the
literally
tail.
it's a single tiefling surrounded by three armed individuals, an old man and a young lass.
Yeah. It's you're an odd party to say the least.
Okay,
Some
I
people
want
might have at the mind to think we're escorting to make sure he doesn't cause trouble.
I think about
also-
letting the holy glow out a little bit, just so people can treat us a little bit better.
But also, Heath, can you give me a example of an adventuring party that just looked normal?
Yeah, fair enough.
They're all variant human, all fighters.
Even that doesn't look normal because that just one
Doesn't
guard
happen.
turns to another and just goes like, "Why did the fucking mercenary band just enter our town? I don't know."
Why do they have legendaries? Why do they have big glowing swords, one with a giant fucking skull on it?
Well, in any case, so you guys enter the evidence house. It's a fairly decent-sized farmhouse. Multiple, one floor, multiple rooms. It doesn't take you long to discover the horrific gash of blood that splatters the floor. A lot of blood.
What
How
kind
many
of
people's worth
animals?
of blood?
Were they a granary farm or a animal meat farm?
It seemed to be more based off of grain, but they did have a few farm animals as well, obviously.
So they were poor.
Oh, they were Serbian.
The difference?
All right. So yeah, we're at this house. There's a lot of blood. They show us where the 7 armor, correct?
Yeah, you can find it was underneath the bed of the main of the master bedroom. That's where they found it. It had rolled. Apparently, it had been rolled under the bed, and
Now,
that's
this
why they
is-
assumed it was missing. Why it wasn't removed with the rest of the bodies.
So this is a farmhouse. So there's 2 things I want to look for. I want to see if there's an attic that was investigated or not, and I want to see if there's anything like a storm shelter that was investigated or not.
Well, there's no attic because it's very clearly a single floor house,
Mm-hmm.
as most medieval homes are.
Mm-hmm.
The storm shelter, though, you kind of find there is kind of a storage shelter where they put the granary and such.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can go down there. What are you looking for?
It's one of those things where I'm not sure what to look for. You know what I mean?
Human
Okay.
Skeletons.
Just look around and see what pops up.
Sure,
Yeah.
you can just roll me a general investigation then.
Does anyone else want to take the lead on this? I have a 2.
Yeah, can I give a bardic
Yeah,
inspiration to whoever
I have
is
a
the
2
smartest?
as well, and it's literally because I'm intelligent and not because I'm investigative.
I'll begin investigating. Wee.
Yeah, you get
I'll-
your bardic
Bardic.
inspiration. Okay.
Yep, bardic
What do my
inspiration.
arthritic see, DM?
You gotta make your roll first.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for it. Hold on.
Since that's 1, how about I'll do the other? Because I'm a 2 as well.
Wait, no, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong. Never mind.
What's your investigation, bud?
It's a 0.
Okay, so it's me and Baka.
Alright.
I'll give one inspiration to the person who wants to be looking around.
We both are, but just give it to Quincy.
I'll give it to Quincy.
Okay. Okay, roll that 2d6.
Oh, sorry, I knocked off my because I was excited.
Wait, for good old time's sake, the people of the worst stat should have
Plus
been doing
5,
this.
24.
Okay. So with a good investigation 24, you look around the shack, and you didn't see any sort of evidence or anything of any foul doings here. It looks like this was completely untouched. You'd gather from the assault.
Mm-hmm. I found where they put one of their wine stashes. Is what happened.
Okay, well, it's one of those
Espen,
things where
Espen, you find the wine cellar. Yeah.
it's one of those things where if like you had so much blood in one area, like there's so much freaking blood there that it may be easy to hide a lot. So that's why I wanted to get the cleaner place, that maybe we saw something going down.
Yeah,
first.
the cellar is separate from the rest of the house, though, right? Like, you have to leave the house and go to it, so...
Yeah, no, I was wondering if like someone got out and hid here or something like that.
You don't see any indication of someone getting out or hiding. I'll add on to your investigation just so it's not completely wasted. It's a little weird as you look about. You do see kind of the blood trail leaving the house.
Mm-hmm.
And as it goes out into the woods, it kind of disappears.
Got it.
So it vaguely follows the whole weird creature. Got it.
So I'm currently working on a theory.
I think I'm having the same theory.
So this is a creature who, when it comes to being in the woods, like this could literally just be a ranger, straight up. This is a creature who, when it comes to being in the woods, can magically hide themselves when they enter the woods, right? Because they fought in the middle of the frickin' woods. The hunter and the creature. And the creature, went like 2 steps, everything like disappeared after that, right? Because they were in the middle of the woods already. All of this stuff happened as soon as the woods, it cuts off. And it doesn't look like, and I'm gonna ask just to make sure to validate myself, Heath. Does the blood look like it was starting to like stop and then it came to a natural end, or does it look like it kept going, and then kind of cut off?
Okay, so when you reach the end of the blood trail, you see that kind of pools in one spot
Mm-hmm.
and just stops.
Mm.
Oh,
You're
okay.
not-
That kind of works with my theory that uses 2 bits of evidence. I think someone or something transformed mid-fight.
Guys, we're facing Dio.
It's me. What if it's to ask from our previous inquisitorial campaign? What if it's the Fae?
What
Oh
if
my
it's
God.
the Fae?
Well, I mean, I have a theory because I read a manga about it recently. It could always be werewolf. Could always be werewolf.
That's
This
what
was
my
in
theory
character.
got
You read a
kinda
manga.
linked to.
Quincy
Back
wrote
at the
a
house,
manga.
let's investigate the girl's room that she probably shared and see if she had any possessions or hiding things, like she kept something at the half-orcs,
It's a
something like
medieval
that.
house. There isn't a girl's room.
Let's read through her diary.
Turns
Yeah,
out
if
it was
she has
actually a
one.
femboy.
April.
So you enter the kids' room.
Mm-hmm.
You roll me an investigation check.
Got it.
Round 2.
Round 2, baby. Good roll.
4.
16.
Okay, Esmond, you have no idea what you're looking for. You're
I'm
like,
still in the cellar determining what.
what year with the brand of the wine you found
You were
was?
looking for any rodents or rats?
You know what? No, this is relevant information. I'm rolling brewer supplies with intelligence.
You're seeing if you can brew it? Oh my god.
I had another question before we came in here.
Yep,
Mm.
sure, Vex.
Priorities.
Was their livestock killed?
Oh, yep.
had
No,
any.
their livestock was not killed.
Okay.
We can safely say I have priorities.
Yeah.
It's a druid.
But Quincy, as you look about, you do find basically what seems to be. You don't seem to find anything at first, but then you kind of find a loose floorboard, and it looks to be what seems to be a small diary underneath it.
Does the diary have any lock, or is it just?
I mean, no, it doesn't have a lock.
All right, so this seems to be a diary for. I'm going to assume either a young girl or an older girl. I assume that I'm. You know what? No, it's evidence. Let's all look over it together, I guess.
Let me do my reading.
This is evidently.
Now, we're not going to go into detail. We're just going to do some light skimming, okay?
This particular bottle takes about 8 months.
So you read over the diary, and yeah, I'll skip only to relevant information apart from, typical teenage girl angst. You do see her mention William a few times and how she kind of always kind of likes William, and kind of once talked about how when William was getting bullied, she helped him and vice versa, and they have a connection, she feels. You can kind of gather from the reading that there is a romantic inclination with her, right? There's some romantic overtones, but
Mint, objectively, I need you to be objective here. If you were thinking this thoughts about another boy, would you say that this would be romantic in nature?
I wouldn't know personally, but I would assume so. I was always told love stories by my mother, so this sounds like it.
All right, thank you very much. I wanted to double check. There's a 3-year age gap between the two. I figure,
Yeah. You do look at the last page though, and it seems to be an indication of her being upset about the forced. She had apparently overheard her parents talking about marrying her off to a rich farm boy in a neighboring town.
Mm-hmm.
The McDonald family, yes, I've heard of them.
With Lord Ronald.
Ronald.
All right, great. The family has possessions. Was there any sort of, where her clothes are? Was there like any sort of clothes missing?
You don't see any sort of like packing or missing clothes. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell anyways because you wouldn't know what clothes she had to begin with. But it doesn't look like
right?
It doesn't look like there was anything packed or taken or anything. Nothing particular. No.
Got it.
But if a dress or two is missing, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Of course, yeah. Okay, I got what I wanted. Does anyone else want to look around, see what they can find out?
I have one more idea. Since I used to hide things from my parents as Mint, I would assume that I would know the general locations to best hide stuff. I was wondering if I could just double check those locations to see if there's anything that she hid.
Or maybe her brother, yeah.
Yeah, or the other kids.
I mean, so you want to look for more hiding spots for her?
Yeah, like see if there's anything that she like hid away from like her parents or just hid in general. Like
the diary was the big thing.
Okay, that's it.
Like,
all right.
Yeah, that's the big thing she was hiding. It's not like you'd find her drug stash.
The other kids too.
Yeah.
Nikolai, would you like to check the area where the blood was dragged to see if you can recognize if there was a creature or what now?
I mean, I know exotic creatures as well, so maybe the more exotic, the more I might know about it. I can try to take a look too.
Exotic creatures. I don't know if you know a lot about exotic creatures now, Mint.
You be quiet. I want to feed you another like beholder eye or something from my dad.
No. Please.
It's funny, but it is abusive.
The pumpkin pie called Pie of the Beholder.
There's 8 separate slices made differently.
Yeah, no,
It's
yeah.
a roulette pie.
So so looking for the slashes or the markings and see if there's any, like, they saw that it was done by claws or something.
Survival or nature?
So what are you looking for again? Sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Potentially identify what did attack and dragging.
Did you ever see the show Dexter? Like, you know, like what the blood splatters and see if there's any marks of like claws or anything like that.
I mean, there's a lot of blood. I guess you could roll an investigation. See, maybe you
Could
got
it be,
lucky.
maybe like survival, like trying to find like any like claws or fangs that maybe have got out. Possibly, I don't know.
I mean, if you're looking for
investing-
like a claw or fang that may have been dislodged from an enemy, that's still investigation looking for evidence.
I only have a +1 when it comes to investigation.
Plus
Survival's
2.
more like finding tracks and looking
Tracking.
where they go and stuff versus trying to find a piece of evidence.
I'll see if I can find tracks. I'll see if I can track this thing. Why not?
Sure, you can roll an investigation to see if you can find some tracks.
Survival.
Or
right?
survival to see if you find some tracks, sure.
23.
Okay.
And I'll roll that invest.
You do not find any items that would indicate claws or teeth. And far as blood splatter go, I'm like, you guys aren't like that forensically in mine, so there's no way you would be able
I
to
am
identify a
trained
blood
with
splatter.
arrows and a very sharp blade. That's about it.
Yeah, like you would not be able to identify. Like this is a blood splatter from a claw attack. You would have to have years of training to even hope to identify something like that.
Yeah, no, this
I'll
is just me
+5
hoping
on
to look for
passive
scraping.
investigation.
Quick, someone changed their background to forensic analyst.
Like there's only so much I'll let you do for that. Mint, your survival check.
Now that I think about that, since I was serving as a bodyguard and I have protected a lot of people in my 150 years, would I be able to tell? Like I fought a lot of people protecting my superiors.
I mean, again, you could probably look at a wound and probably gather what kind of weapon it's from, but blood splatters, like, again, like, you might protect a lot of people, but you probably didn't, like, look at blood splatter paintings after you killed someone, like, so that's the blood splatter that happened when I cut his throat with the battle axe.
Yeah, no, I think my mindset was more like looking for any wear and tear from the wood from like either a
But-
missed attack or just scraping.
But you know what
yeah.
Baka, you know what Baka could actually tell? How much blood there actually is. Like how many humans worth of blood is there on the floor?
A lot. You're probably looking at least if a whole...
50% worth.
It's quite probable someone or some buddies might have bled out. Like, there's enough blood that people would have bled out.
Guys, I heard there was this dismembered arm. I'm sure it's nothing, but I think one of them may have been killed.
Listen, if one person was killed, that's another case. But if multiple people were killed, then that means abduction is much less likely.
Well, considering that none of the
One person
bodies are
can
left
only-
here to drain, I'm assuming good chunk is multiple of them were gutted here.
Yeah, but a single body can only bleed so much, you know?
Yes.
Can I survival? Just
Yes, so back to Mint's survival check. As you look about at the survival check, Mint, you go to where the blood splatter was. And again, at first you don't notice any tracks. But further away, you do seem to see what looks to be footprints.
By the way,
Leading
I'm
north.
following Mint.
Quincy, I think I found some tracks here. I think we have a trail of footprints.
Well, make sure you don't lose it and keep following it, man.
Oh, are you sure you want us to go now?
Wait a fucking second, guys. This is a Skyrim mission. The Orc's a werewolf.
Yes.
Whatever. Don't pay attention, Esmond. Yeah, no, feel free to keep following the tracks. We can follow it now. Do we have anything else? Mitsutoshi, sorry. Did you want to look at the grandma's room at all, or are you good?
No, if we have a trail, we should follow that.
Exactly.
Post-haste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Please lead on, man.
So you lead the trail going north. And it continues going north. And it seems to be heading in the direction of the orc's home.
Oh.
I mean, can we tell what kind of trail it is? Like a footprint
Oh,
or like
God,
a
fuck you,
paw
Heath.
print?
I think
But-
I know the twist in this, and I hate it.
You might or might not, but
Let's
Your
keep going.
son is a werewolf.
Hey, Eric. Hey, Eric.
I
Oh my
would be
God.
sure if you guess the twist, I will be impressed. But yes, so you head towards the house.
Eric, post me your twist. I'll post mine.
The
Let's
daughter's
see if,
the werewolf.
like, in DMs.
And as you guys head towards the farm, the trail seems to veer off the farmhouse a bit though, but it has headed in that direction. And tends to go further past the farmhouse. Do you keep following, or do you want to stop by the farmhouse? That's your guys' call here.
If I leave the trail, I'll be able to follow it again, like exactly like how I did.
I mean, you would be once you have the trail, you can come back to it.
All right.
Like you know where
So
the
it-
trail is now.
Did it go to the farmhouse, or did it just veer off, like around the
It
farmhouse?
went around, but it's pretty close. It was in sight of the farmhouse.
Hmm. And like, how many footprints? Like, what? Like just human? Like one set, or how many sets?
You're not positive. It's a little hard to tell. It's been a few days. It's been a bit, and there's been some basically wear and tear. It's not positive how many footprints there are.
But more than one.
Well, it's a set. You think possibly more than one set? But again, it's hard to tell. They're kind of like it wasn't like very. It's not like they had footprint indents. You just got like a trail of like someone walking through it, so you can't really tell how many people.
Branches.
Yeah, you were like looking at broken branches. You were looking at things that might be fresh like that. It's not like you had footprints,
Mhm.
right?
I
You,
just
you
wanted,
found trail of movement.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure that they were not like oh, these are animal like footprints, or like they're walking on the. Okay.
You gather it's probably not an animal. You can't be 100% certain, but if it is an animal, it's an animal that is humanoid shape, humanoid size. Like it was heavy enough to cause these tracks, but light enough that it didn't cause like an imprint, like a hoof print. Like a deer, you'd probably have seen a hoof print here and there, just because of how much heavier they are. Whatever this was heavy enough to make a trail, but not so heavy to make big imprint boot prints. Right?
Alright.
So, gathering with your 23 survival, you're looking at a creature between 100 to 200 pounds. You gather.
Alright. Okay.
I'll give you that much. So, or creatures. Like again, you're not positive if there could have been more than one. It's possible that there was, but whatever they weren't so heavy that they made big imprints, but they weren't so light that they didn't leave a trail. So, humanoid-ish. You'd gather humanoid-ish. So, you guys going to the farmhouse then, or?
Wait, is his family at the farmhouse? The Works family?
Yeah, you're going to. That's the house that's the farmhouse you're passing by now.
I feel like we should stop by and at least ask the wife some questions. Maybe not talk to the son just yet, but
Son needs to be. Yeah, both would be great.
Personally, my favorite thing to do would be just to follow the paw prints, but that's just me.
Human.
Well, we can split up.
No.
No.
Never heard
Meant-
from again.
Well,
Mint would very much be like no.
well, we do need to walk up right to the farmhouse to continue to follow the paw prints. So we should get there and see if they continue past it.
It
Oh,
seems
we
like
already saw that it continues past it, no?
Yeah, you saw
I'm
that
sorry,
it
I'm sorry.
veers off the farmhouse and then continues past it. You can kind of
it
tell.
gets within eyesight, but that's about it.
Hmm. Okay. Then yeah, no, I mean, it's one of those things where do we think the tracks are going anywhere? Can anyone see if it's magical at all to see if the tracks will disappear?
Well, I mean, you gather if they were going to disappear, they would have by now if they're the tracks from like a
Yeah,
day
we'll-
over a
we'll
day
put-
before.
I'll put down a marker and we can come back to them, go to the farmhouse really quick, then go back.
Okay. So you guys head over to the farmhouse. You see, again, it's a multiple farmhouse building, a small garden, some animals in the yard, you see a front door and a wall.
All right.
As you shave and a haircut it up, a woman enters. Comes. 1 minute, and you see this woman come to the front door and open it, and you see this kind of attractive, middle-aged, blonde-haired woman. Her eyes seem to be a bit red, as she had been crying recently.
Oh, hello there, ma'am. Thank you for answering the door. My name's Quincy Gashoon. I am representing Quill in the court of law, and I was here to ask you a few questions.
You're representing my husband?
Yes, if you are his wife, then yes, I am.
Oh, bless you, but please come in.
Of course. Do you have a room for all of us?
Oh, we can make room, please. William, could you get some more chairs? Okay, Mom. And you walk in, and you see this kind of scrawny-looking half-orc boy in kind of like this blue gown with kind of like a red scarf around his head and some red boots. Looks about 14, 15. As I will just flip you over to their house just for the sakeness of easiness.
Oh yes, the house is in the void.
Oh, it's my
one
favorite place.
I'll just
Yeah.
turn it off. I know why.
Real soup.
I love what you did with the place.
I love all the wide open space. Under
Oh no!
You know,
Oh,
I had
no.
sight for a second, and it was just enough to give me PTSD.
No.
And then it immediately went black again with my token being the only thing lit up.
This is the house. This is the house where you got beaten by children.
I
Yes,
know!
This is the room right here.
1 second, I literally can't see shit, and it's fun.
Well, thank you very much. It's good to meet both of you. Now, I'm sorry I wasn't able to fully get both of your names. William, I assume?
That's right, sir. And just for the sake, I'll blow up his picture.
Well, you look like a fine young man, William.
I'm missing out because I had a refresh.
Oh, did you mean to blow it up again?
Give me a second, I'm still loading.
He's
Okay.
adorable.
He's so fluffy, I could die.
He's not really that fluffy. He's just so cute. He could murder anyone.
I'm drunk and everyone's fluffy.
This is the cutest thing I have ever seen. Aha.
There's a half sober, half drunk man helping with the investigation, people. Alright, everything is still black, but go ahead and blow it up. Ah!
And can we see the wife?
What a bitch.
What?
Joking.
He is a child, remember? Dio has a predilection. Sorry, fuck.
Exactly. The average warrior has been trained since the age of 3.
We have vision on. I don't know why it's black for you.
Hangover hidden real hard.
Here, I'll just turn off the lighting in general. That should fix it. Or I'll turn daylight mode on. Maybe that'll help. Does that help?
Yay!
Oh, it's because he doesn't have dark vision.
Should have been lights. Oh, I guess no. Those are the lights weren't activated. This is the mother.
He got a good wife.
Sorry, Mrs. Zago. I forgot in all my notes here. He has like a briefcase open with a bunch of notes. I seem to have not been able to record your name so far. Could I please have your name just for my record?
Of course. My name is Anna.
Thank you very much, Anna.
So this is about my husband, you said?
Yes, of course. We're currently overlooking the case and seeing what we can find out. Just to let you know that most of the evidence against him is purely circumstantial. We do have a decent road to climb, of course, to disprove all of it, but we are currently working on it and found some decent leads. We are here to see what else we can find out before we continue on our other leads.
Well, I don't know. Thank you so much. It's been so helpful. Honestly, you're the second people that have come by the house today to help.
Oh, and could I ask who is the first?
There's this young girl who came by to assist me. She heard about my husband's trouble as well and said she wanted to, help in any way she could.
Oh, and could I have the name of the young girl? Just for my records, of course, you understand.
To be honest, she kind of looks up. To be honest, I never thought to ask her. She seemed very energetic and wanted to help, kind of threw me off guard. And after I told her what was going on, she left before I could even get her name.
And... Okay. And just so if we ever do run into this woman, we can thank her for all of the help you gave her, just because we will be perusing around town. Could you give me small descriptors about her?
Oh, young, about, close to the age of William, really. So, 15, 16? Maybe a little older. Sometimes, it's sometimes hard to tell. She had fiery red hair, though, done up in a ponytail behind her back.
Are you sure?
And wore armor.
And it isn't the girl that I brought with here. Miss Mint, correct?
Oh, no, I'm sure it's not her, no.
Okay, as long as you're sure. William?
Yes?
Alright, son. Thank you very much. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. If you're at all uncomfortable, please let us know, and we can see if we can work through it, alright?
It's okay, I'll answer anything I can to help my dad.
Of course, son. So, did you run into the young lady who helped your mother earlier? Did you see what she did? Because I do know that you are a young man, and so maybe maybe you ran into her before today?
Sorry, could you repeat that one more time?
Sorry, I'm basically asking if, since he's a child of this town, if he's ever run into the girl who assisted them today, who wore the armor?
Oh, I've never seen her before in my life, sir.
Alright, thank you very much, William. And just because I do know that you did at least know Claire, I'm not saying anything happened. Could you please, just for my information, describe what Claire Mansell looked like?
Claire?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Claire has long, dark hair, like black, pretty face, and green eyes, light complexion.
Thank you very much, son. And do you have, we knew that you and Claire knew each other, and sometimes, you helped each other out, especially with all the ongoing issues that were presented in town. Do you have any sort of paraphernalia that she gave you, some, like, a letter or some such?
Roll me an insight.
Of course. Give me one moment. I need to pull up my sheet, because I was looking at my notes.
Can I hop on this train?
Unfortunately not for this one, because this is Quincy talking specifically.
Fair enough.
11. I'm sorry, I'm not the most insightful human being.
He kind of looks about and like, he looks a little nervous, and you kind of gather he's uncomfortable answering that question.
Alright. You know what? I do have a few more questions for Anna. Mint, you are the person on our party that's closest to these boys' age. Well, why don't you go and talk to him outside, look around the premise, make sure there wasn't anything we missed.
Okay.
And I'll try to tell Mint as she passes slightly, like, can you re-ask that question and see what else you can get from him?
Nods at that and exits the building.
Fantastic.
Never heard from again.
Since this is happening, I'm just gonna go outside and stand guard on the thingamajiggy.
Yeah, we're gonna have our associate Toro just keep an eye out them. Of course, there's been a recent, of course, the Mars Mansell family, so he'll keep an eye out them as they parole around, just to be absolutely safe, ma'am.
Oh, of course.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. And then Quincy's going to ask a few questions like, did you notice anything that night? Sort of stuff like that. And I assume it's like, yes, my husband came back after hunting. He had a scratch on his back. It was weird, right?
Yeah, she basically tells you the same story that you were told by Quill.
Okay, great. Does anyone else have any questions that they wanted to ask in the main room before we let Mint go nuts?
Yeah, I do.
Essentially, they heard any movement from the tracks we were following.
Okay, Vex, what was it?
Right, so your husband had his battle axe confiscated, but was that his only weapon?
He had hunting javelins as well.
But no bows or anything like that. Nothing.
My husband wasn't the most best with that sort of weaponry.
I see.
Uh,
That'll be all.
Oh, of course.
Esmond, I thought I heard you saying something or such.
If they heard anything rummaging around in the area before the husband came back.
I don't think so, no.
Alright.
And Mitsutoshi, do you have anything to add?
My question was already answered, actually.
And so yeah, well, I'm just gonna basically give her delaying answers just to give them more time.
Gotcha. Okay, Mint, you may go. We'll jump over to Mint then.
I will just go around the property, just taking a look around, just asking William, like getting him comfortable with me by asking him questions about like his family, his father, like what he does for fun and stuff, just to get him to be warmed up with me.
Sure, roll me a persuasion check.
That's a 2! That's a 2!
Yeah, it's not working that well. He seems really nervous. And the fact that you have the elven samurai kind of looking at you the whole time with his like, I have to protect you at all costs, and he's probably reading, is that guy going to kill me because I'm near this girl?
Mick gives
Look-
a glare of fear the hammer to come.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Seems to kind of put him on edge a bit.
Alright, Min sighs a little bit and just kind of kneels down.
Kneels down the few inches.
Yeah, a few inches. Sorry. You
It's
can
okay.
continue.
I'm a little
I'm a
just
little nervous
really
too.
worried.
Hey. I'm sure you'll be back with your dad soon, but for us to do this, we need to know everything. I know what it's like having a father and a mother too, and well, I guess everyone does.
You have parents? Yo! Sick, I can relate.
I know how it feels to have an average family too.
Keep chuckle at that, but I make him happy.
You spend too much time with Kawakami.
I know. Everyone's like to have parents. We can rap.
Yo, you had parents? Me too. I can't.
Dude, we have so much. You have parents. I have parents.
There we go. That's
Oh,
internalized now.
I didn't mean to say that. I'm so sorry. I'm just.
You really are nervous.
I'm just as nervous as you are, but I'm really sorry. I hope that gave you a chuckle at least.
It's okay. I'll do anything to help my dad. What is it you need to know?
I first want to apologize for whatever those people have done and said to you about who you are.
I'm kind of used to that.
I know. And we really need you to be honest, and if there's anything that Claire has ever given you, we need to know what it is. This could help us help free your dad. We're the ones fighting for him to come out.
He kind of looks like, I don't know how, but I mean, the only thing Claire, well, he kind of looks kind of embarrassed. Claire did give me something back when we were kids that I've always kept. I don't think it'll help you, though.
Anything to possibly help.
And
I'm sure
roll me
you know-
another persuasion check, as he's looking really he's looking really embarrassed about this.
21.
Okay, he's looking like, oh, okay, but could you not show anyone else this?
I won't.
Come with me, and he'll take you to his room. I'll just drag you for easiness sake.
Okay. Oh, I can't. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I dragged you in. What do you do, by the way, there, Diotar, as you watch him and her walk off?
Wait, where did they walk off? I dozed off for a moment.
They wandered off into the farmhouse.
Actually, once I enter the room with William and I see Quincy probably gives me a look of like, if there's something he's gonna show you, show it to me too.
I'm just gonna look at this hyper-realistic wood chopping block that doesn't look like it belongs here.
Yeah, Quincy will give you a nod back.
I know you just want to show it to me too, but the person here who's helping your father the most is a man named Quincy. He's going to be the lawyer that defends and keeps your father safe. He needs to see it too, please.
Roll me a disadvantage persuasion
Oh,
check.
man. Well, Quincy doesn't hear this. If it was like, hey, if you're the one who can see it, then he would have been like, yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
24.
Okay, he looks really, really embarrassed. If you think it'll help my dad.
If it's
Get
like a pair of
ready to
underwear, I'm gonna be
laugh
so
at
fucking
him.
pissed.
Let's point at him and laugh.
Yeah, it's a pair of he's got a pair of panties, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
fucking called
If
it.
If it makes you more comfortable, I'll take a look at it, and if I don't see if it's any relevant, I will not show it to Quincy. How about that? That make you more comfortable?
Yeah, I think that might be more comfortable.
Alright. But please, I'll just wait.
He goes under his bed and pulls out this little trunk. And he takes a little key out, and he unlocks the trunk, and he pulls out what looks to be a little stuffed owl bear.
She's a were-owl. Hoot hoot.
This was something she gave me as a gift when we were kids. And with this, and you just see what looks to be basically a birthday card.
Anything weird about the two? Like anything like sus or I don't know?
I mean, I don't know what you mean by sus. It's like,
I don't
was she the
know.
murderer?
Yeah, you should read the
know.
card. Yeah, just read the card and you can make yours.
Alright, I'll read the card.
You read the card and it basically goes, happy birthday to my dear friend, William. It's nothing crazy. Again, it shows that they are close, but, nothing out of the crazy ordinary.
This might just be my own mind, but out of character, why would he be embarrassed about this?
It's a
Because-
present from a girl.
It's a present from a
Oh.
girl, and he's a teenage boy with a stuffy owl bear.
Oh, sorry.
And he's the
I'm
half
not
orc
you.
who's
So
tough,
what
big and
you're
strong.
saying is, I was right when I said, "What a little bitch."
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And I'm sorry for intruding like this, but I'm sure that Quincy wouldn't need to know about this.
I
Okay,
can see a reason
thank-
why you could.
Oh yeah.
I'll
got
hand it
there.
back to him. Is there
Did
anything
you-
else about Claire you want to tell me?
I don't know what else I can tell you. I just really hope she's all right. I know my dad couldn't have done anything to her, and I'm really worried about her too. And and you just see him kind of start breaking down into tears. He's like, I don't know.
I'll offer him like a towel or like a piece of cloth if I have anything. One sec.
Sure, you got a handkerchief on you. A towel. You just bring out like a full towel. Always bring a towel. It's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy rules.
Ow!
Nah,
You
nah,
ta-
nah, she-
You pass him his own towel.
There you go. There's the stuffy you see.
Mhm.
But-
I can literally imagine Mint just forcing Tatsu to carry around a couple of towels for no goddamn reason.
Just out of spite.
I would like these towels, please.
I mean, yeah, Mint would have you be carrying some of her cooking equipment just on you at all times.
Oh god, I didn't have this registered in my inventory.
He doesn't have the
Honestly-
strength to carry it either. Just breaks his back. I'm a Dex fighter.
Just have like maybe like one thing or just one, like a pot or whatever. You shouldn't be able to break your back that hard.
So in case though, you
You mean his
grab it. And okay. Yeah, he kind of dries his tears. Anything else?
I'm really bad at comforting kids. I really hate doing that. I'm really bad. This is me being socially awkward, not Mint.
I'm
about
in
this-
a different situation entirely.
Are you hungry? I can cook for you.
Well, gotta dries his tears. You basically got him stop crying with a confused look on his face. Where he's like, I'm okay, but thank you.
I am an amazing cook. My father is a world-renowned cook. I go with him everywhere, and I will show you some of his cooking.
Hey, we gotta go.
Okay, maybe later after this is done. Okay, and then and then I'll come back,
For
and we can have-
celebration.
and then for a celebration, I will make food for you. And your father.
I think I'd like that.
Okay. Thank you again, but I think I have to go now. And it was
Okay.
it was nice meeting you. And I walk out.
All right. Thank you very much, Anna. I believe that is all the information we needed. We are going to investigate some leads and keep you and your husband updated. I will see if I can arrange the guys for you to see your husband if you wish. But otherwise, thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you, but please take care of him.
No problem. I personally believe that there's nothing in those woods that'd be able to bring me down. I'm gonna roll deception.
Hey,
To help him just by being the obvious, I have a lot of weapons on me and I'm going to be assisting him.
Oh, okay. If you're assisting me, then 20.
I mean, do you have advantage?
It's not deceiving. I'm literally just basically going like, no,
Nah,
screw
you
because
don't get
I'm there to
advantage.
assist him.
Yeah, you.
Okay, 11.
It's 11. She's like, And let's be honest, you're a 5 foot tall halfling with a briefcase, wearing a business suit.
With negative muscle mass, yeah.
With negative muscle mass. She's looking at you like, please be careful. Like, you're like, I almost want to make you roll a disadvantage, but it still would have been an 11, just
Mhm.
because, like, I can take care of anything. Do be careful.
Right.
Alright, so yeah, we'll leave the house.
Okay, woo!
Hey, so you leave the house.
Follow the tracks and fight a werewolf.
Yeah. While following the while following the tracks, Mint would look for Quincy. The kid didn't have anything. He just had a gift and like a birthday card from Claire, and there was nothing wrong with it.
Alright, that birthday card could have been used as a piece of evidence in order to show that these two did have a connection. But,
Just so you guys know, too, it's starting to get late. You guys have been at this for hours. The
Mhm.
sun is
like in
about
real life or in D&D?
like in D&D, the sun is dipping.
Yeah. Well, the thing did appear in the middle of the night, so it probably makes sense to keep following these tracks.
Yeah.
Alright, being blind is always fun.
I mean, do you need a source of light?
In this case, I can use a torch, but yeah.
No, I can be your beacon in the dark, and I do light in my hand, and I just look kind of cool because like I did a name thing, well light thing because that's somewhere, but whatever.
Does
My
no one
brain
have access?
immediately connects that to it. Wait, didn't you try to do that against an old man at one point?
Evil Mint is back in action. She's using you as bait.
No, I did not. I'll put on your shield or something so you can see. They're gonna see you one way or another with your torch, so might as well it be light.
Fair enough.
So who are you lighting? Sorry.
The person who can't see, I'll just put it on like their shield or arm or whatever that they want.
Put it on my blade.
I'll put on his blade.
Okay.
I don't believe in shields. They don't exist.
Especially for a monk. That's a detriment, damn it.
I lose literally all my abilities if I had one.
Now, I am really suspicious of that 15 to 16-year-old girl with fire red hair and a ponytail who's wearing armor.
I am not. That sounds like an adventurer like Mint.
Yeah, but why would an adventurer take interest in this case, and why would an adventurer not contact about it?
I don't
And
know.
also-
Let's ask Mint. Hey, Mint, why would an adventurer like you take an interest in this case?
Well, if we're worried about it, would I know how werewolves work? Because, are they
Okay, so you guys are just gonna go straight out and assume it's a werewolf.
I don't know.
If you assume it's a werewolf and you want to know what werewolves are about, that's an Arcana check.
All right. Would I know the simple stuff about them or no?
I mean, it's an Arcana check.
Arcana.
But
Do you
wouldn't
ask
have-
Quincy?
Wouldn't have Mint fed me werewolf eyeballs over the years?
That's the thing though. Mint is actually like, is there anything that werewolves are like not good with, or like anything that we know about werewolves if we're assuming it's a werewolf?
They're normally not good with children, I've heard.
Little old grannies are probably not a good thing. Okay, so Quincy, with your 22 Arcana check, if you think this is a werewolf, one thing you do know is... Okay, first off, werewolves cannot be harmed unless you have silver weapons or magical weapons.
And he got it with the axe, and the axe bled, so I don't think it's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Uh,
By that very nature, I think it's a very, very angry 15-year-old.
I've been texting Jordan some theories, and that manga is coming more and more true by the fucking second.
Which manga?
It's Shonen Jump and came out. Anyway,
I don't
a werewolf. The issue is on the, sort of go in the fact that a werewolf clawing him would mean that he'd start transforming into a werewolf in the prison. I saw no signs of that. Also, the fact that he was able to injure the werewolf and that weapon not otherwise magical nor silver when we were looking at it.
Just wanted to make sure, cause like I can make stuff on demand if need be. Not great stuff. I can just make stuff.
Right.
In my personal opinion, since there was a toy owlbear, we're gonna meet a real owlbear real soon.
Also, they are super rare. Like, we do a pretty good job on keeping up on werewolves. Apparently, we do a good job on keeping on werewolves, and so finding one in this area would probably be very, very, very uncommon. Now, again, I am rare as a tiefling, but still.
now, like, werewolves exist. They are rare as fuck.
Yeah.
You wouldn't bump into one. It's possible one could exist out here, but by the same standard, literally, you could name any creature and you get about the same statistics.
Alright, current theory is... I don't know, it's one of those things where I don't think Heath would think in this direction, but then again, I don't think Heath would, and so maybe Heath think we wouldn't, and so that's why it's a good twist.
God.
This is 5D levels of chess. What is it, Eric?
My theory that I texted to Jordan is something happened with the grandma, she turned transformative, and then did some kind of fucking blood, ritual in order to become young again, and grandma used to be a healer, right? And so could have easily had an easy access to blood and wheeling people, and oh no, you lose some people sometimes and get that fucking, refresh going, right? And there is a sort of past property in where creatures in mythology have been able to replace body parts. So that's why even though the arm was taken and ripped off, maybe it wasn't applied just because hey, even though it is a good arm, it isn't young enough that they wanted. And so that's why they may have just left it haphazardly, but kept the rest of the bodies because they were seeing how they could improve themselves by like take out their shitty heart and put in one of their new good hearts, right, from the family.
Why was only one arm shitty then?
Or maybe they just left it.
Can we just keep going? Because like at this point, I don't know what's going on, and I want to see what it is.
Let's
No, that was all out of character. I just wanted to do
Okay.
my law. Yeah.
So as you guys continue down the tracks, you start entering, you keep following the trail, you start entering deep into the woods.
deep in the night.
Should we establish a marching order before Heath ambushes us?
Yes, I go in between Mint and.
Could I, since I'm technically the designated warrior?
Well, Mint's got to lead because Mint's tracking, right?
Then I am second in command.
Okay, for the sake of simplicity, guys, just gonna put you on the map. Put yourselves in what order you'd like to be in.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with all you folks. Quincy has an AC of 12.
I also have an AC of 12.
Oh shit!
I have a 28.
Did I forget to put Quincy on there?
I got you.
I am ready to die.
Or sorry, no, not 20. Why did I say 20? Okay. 18, not 28.
I believe that maybe Mitsutoshi, how good is your survival skills? Nicola, how good is your survival skills?
How good are my survival skills?
Mhm.
You want to just roll a test roll?
No, just tell me the number.
Never mind. My survival's a 4.
They're +0. So
Alright. Is Esmond, is your survival skill better? Is it a 4 or higher? Esmond? Baka?
Am I okay? My mic is weird.
What the fuck kind of proficiencies do I have?
I do not have. Survival.
Okay, Mitsutoshi should be in the front, Nikolai will be in the back. Mitsutoshi should be looking with Mint.
I don't
That's
have
what I'm saying.
persuasion. Oh yeah, right, noble.
So you guys like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Just side by side, so that's your marching order.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Okay. So as the you guys move into the front, the darkness starts to finally take over. And the night sky falls down and you start moving through the things at night. It's harder to track at this time, for obvious reasons. But you keep moving through the woods. As you do, you get deeper and deeper in the woods, and suddenly you start hearing the rustle of brushes ahead of you. And you hear sounds coming out, and you hear a coming from all around you. You look about as you start seeing the underneath these trees, hands start bursting up from the ground. As these horrific creatures start moving through the forest. You see four of them. One of them, they look to be humanoid in shape, but you're not too wrong. One of them looks to be, they look humanoid, but disfigured and monsterish in nature. One particularly looks looks larger and bulkier than the others, and a third one is missing an arm as they come towards you. They mouths and tongues licking forward.
And there's 4.
There are 4 of them. Now, why the heck did the music not change? Did you see
Because we
this?
don't believe in that shit.
There we are. Each looks at you, each 4 of them. As you may now roll initiative.
I wonder if we recognize who these could possibly.
Look like fine gentlemen.
Alright, guys. Alright. Okay, thank you very much, Kawakami.
I will be using my action to dash away from the combat encounter as it.
No, wait. Hold on a second.
Where's my initiative button?
It's above. It's next to your AC button above your HP
You have
points.
to click your token and then your.
Hey, Tony, good job.
He did.
Okay, good.
Neat. Don't worry, guys. The monk is bringing up the rear.
Two of you are going fast, so that's good. Let us see how the enemy moves.
Wait a second. The 3 humans.
Oh
or-
shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I see.
It's
Here we go again.
fine.
Oh god damn it! Fuck us! Jesus!
So
It's
first up is Kawakami.
Yeah, so like I said, I used my first turn to run away, right? Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's just stand here, and then I will the top left one. I will just shoot it once with my thingy magicy. Where is it? This thing. So I gain 5 temp hit points and advantage on the attack, and I just shoot the top left one. Oh fuck, I forgot to add +2 to that from archery.
I assume 23 hit.
Top
Yeah.
left one you said, or top right one? Sorry.
Top left one.
Okay, so you hit for 6 damage. It's
Yep.
striking into it. It does not look happy with that strike.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Nicole, you're up.
Right. Let me just double check on how this works. Hang on. Okay, so I'm assuming I have to move first. So which one rolled the highest?
gassed. The one that's different colored.
No, that looks different.
And it's right here. Okay, so
The one closest to you.
how
Oh,
much can I move?
25.
25 meters? Okay.
25 feet, yeah.
Alright, is that...
It's only 20 to get in melee.
Okay, yeah. So I will use my move action to move right here in front of this thing. And
Okay.
then I will cast Booming Blade.
What a legend.
Boomer blade.
Hey, did you make an attack roll?
Wait, hang on. It says cast at what level? Oh, level 0? Because it's a cantrip?
You shouldn't have a level casting for Booming Blade.
It brought this up automatically, so...
But I know how Booming Blade works anyway. Just make your attack roll.
Okay, so... attack.
You have a macro for it in your sheet that I put for you. It should be just where your weapons are.
I know. Wait, do I attack with my weapon or Booming Blade?
You attack
Weapon.
with your weapon.
Weapon.
So the way Booming Blade works is you attack with your weapon. If it moves, it takes a D8 worth of damage. That will miss. As you
Okay.
swing your blade, and you kind of like swing over and kind of completely whiffing, unfortunately causing you to stumble. You lose your bonus action. That's how I treat nat ones, by the way.
Okay.
So you lose your bonus action.
Oh boy! We're fucked, guys.
Gast is next as it looks over at Nicole that just struck at it, and it comes out and whips out towards you with its claw. 14 to miss. As you bring up your shield, it just deflects off this creature's claw. Now, Christ, are all the ghouls before you?
Yeah.
Yes. We're having a great day.
Yeah.
We'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I shot that one. I shot him.
That's fair. He'll come after you. $14 just misses as you kind of tuck your stomach in just enough as it comes across, missing your stomach.
Easy every time.
This one will go after Quincy because it's the only one he can reach. That'll hit Quincy. As Quincy, you get slashed across the stomach for 8 slashing damage as he just rips into you.
50-50. Pass.
This one will go towards... Yeah, he'll also go towards you and get that flanking attack.
Aha. Noob.
6 damage, and I need a con save.
I'm an elf.
That's not going to stop you from getting paralyzed.
Other than an elf or undead.
They choose a target
Oh.
other than an elf or undead.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it was weird, but I saw it and I was
Because
like,
it's
"Ah."
based off of semi-sleeping effect as well.
Yeah.
No, fair enough.
No. It's
Are you,
no,
are you a full elf? I thought you were a half elf.
I am a full elf.
Okay, fair enough.
it's something specifically in their lore, essentially. Believe
Oh,
it
okay.
or not.
Fair enough. Okay, well, you take the 6 damage.
Elven supremacy reigns.
No, it's
It's
not Elven supremacy. It's elves being dick to other gods.
Oddly enough, though, the ghast will still affect you. The ghast doesn't have that restriction.
They're built different.
Okay,
Just-
next up is Quincy.
Well, this
Actually, the
sucks.
gas isn't hitting me. Haha.
I kind of don't want to be in melee range. Let's. Phantasmal Force again?
It spawns a image of your choice that you want that only the
Oh, right, yeah,
see,
it's-
but it doesn't
yeah.
affect undead, I don't believe.
Alright, I'm going to do, since everything melee sucks for me, I'm going to do a Vicious Mockery. So make a DC 14 spell save, and I'm going to add Genie's Wrath to that. Let me double. Oh no, I need a hit with an attack. Fuck me.
I'm pretty sure most of those things don't affect by saving throws.
Yeah, you're right. Then I guess I'll just have the Vicious Mockery and hope that someone gets fucking gassed off.
A vicious mockery on the ghast, or the
No,
Or-
sorry,
or
the thing
ghoul.
that's beating the hell out of me.
yeah, the ghoul. Okay, that is a significance. So the ghoul has to make a whiz save. Fails. So he takes 1 psychic damage. His next attack's at disadvantage.
And I'm going to risk it.
Oh, alright. So he makes a disadvantage strike.
Mm-hmm. Ten misses.
10 misses.
Alright, and I assume Sage Leaf will be taking care of that.
Nope.
Wait, hold on. I'll go over here just to make it so there's more room.
Okay, Mint's next.
I am going to. This might be a bad idea, but I'm going to Radiant Soul. And then bonus action, Bardic Inspiration, Tatsu.
Okay.
And he sees some of his favorite, and he just smells some of his favorite food, and he can basically taste it as just like a little floating image of his favorite food around, just going around him.
Not beholder pie. Yum.
That particular slice of Beholder's pie, the rest can go suck it.
Okay. One moment here. Just something else I got to set up. Okay. Next up is Mitsu. You're up.
Yep. Let me just. Okay. I will cast Bless on Tatsu, Esmond, and Nikolai. And
The amount of buffs.
Yeah, you know what? Nikolai, you can take an additional attack as your reaction. I was
you,
gonna
Ben.
give it to Deortar, but he has a ranged weapon equipped.
Punch that gas. Punch that gas.
Right, so just make an attack, Nikolai.
Alright, I will attack the Ghast again then. Do I need to recast Booming Blade?
No, you can't. You can only make an
It's
attack.
gone.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Actually, less direct.
It's over, isn't it?
I accidentally used the wrong.
That'll hit for 3 damage.
Alright.
And then I'll just move there.
Well, why don't you move there to cancel the flank?
Ah, yeah, fair enough.
Okay. Now, as you guys are battling these creatures out of the woods,
Oh no, wait, that's why I moved there.
you see an arrow fly out and strike the ghoul that was attacking Quincy in the back. As a creature emerges from the woods, as you see what looks to be an elf
Is it an
holding a
elf with red hair?
longbow.
Does she have red hair?
No.
No.
Behind her, you see a red-headed girl.
Ah!
Now you
Look at
say
it
all
now.
this, but I believe you're bluffing. 'cause
No,
I can't
wait.
see anything.
Now,
that far
does the
away.
Elf Ranger have short black hair?
Yeah, does the elf ranger have short black hair?
Yes, she does.
Yeah. It's-
Hey, who is
Yo,
that?
does Kawakami still have the Fedar fucking drink that I gave him to him?
God.
I feel like another copy of me and Mint just walked into the room.
Wait, I don't understand what's going on.
Alright,
So a
okay.
so-
black-haired elf and
As
a
you see
red-headed girl
another
walked
character
into a
standing
room.
up behind her, he goes, "Mistress, please be careful." He's like, "Do not worry, Nettie. I will be able to handle the scenario." As you see this red-headed girl in full play.
Oh my god. Good night.
Yeah!
It was a good game.
Udon!
Wait, what's?
It is the child of Conan Fudar.
Granddaughter, actually.
Oh,
Eric's most
Which
hated
meant
person.
you recognize as Aru Fudar.
wait, I
'Cause
recognize
you-
her.
You canonically said your dad cooked for fucking Conan Fudar. Remember?
Would I know her? Would I have met her before? Or no.
Yeah,
this is
you
the
would have
real
been little.
question.
She was basically your like little childhood friend when you were 8 and she was like 5, or like
And
5 and
what's
3.
her name again?
Aru Fudar.
Aru. What are you doing here?
You know. It's
And she looked.
New character, it's Fennec. It's a new character. New safe.
Totally different.
Totally different.
It's a different theme song.
Continue.
Season 2, man.
Season 2.
I hate to say it, man, but this was planned before you guys even started Horde.
I know.
Even though I canonically
As-
lost a bet to Fedar to make him a vintage, this is great news.
As she will use her action to dash towards the gnome with her long sword and shield in hand. Is
Did
it-
you hear what I say?
She's
As
capable.
she sees you, I goes, "Wait a minute, Mint, is that you?" As she,
Yes.
Wait a minty.
Wait a minute.
No moment.
uno momenti. Okay,
Uno
that's her action because that's her dash. Esmond, you're up.
I see a gift horse in the mouth, and I'm willing to stab it.
Wait, she's not a piece of shit rogue. Okay, she's fine.
Well, I shall take my new form of flanking to get a +2 to slash with a longsword for the first attack, two-handed, because I get that bonus of not having a shield. 15 to hit.
That'll hit for
All right,
9
then.
slashing damage. You just cut into this thing as very looking really rough after the arrow and your slash.
Bonus action, punch it in the jaw. I'm a nice person.
No, that will miss.
I really did lose my bonus action.
Well, you lose your next bonus action. Is what happens next turn.
I
Unfortunately.
really lost my bonus section, guys.
Next up, or you can still flurry of blows technically.
Oh, I could. Fuck it. Why not? I'll spend a key
You
point.
just
for
lose
that.
your next. Yeah, just lose your next bonus action.
You also
still
have
flurry.
bless. Remember that.
I do have bless.
And that one's still a miss, obviously.
No, of course.
Well, I
That'll
might
hit.
need. Okay.
You hit 12. Well, with the +2, you hit.
All right. So 5 more bludgeoning.
As you just crack this thing's skull in and caving it to the ground dead.
Well, that was extraordinarily easily. So I shall do what is not called a pro gamer move, but I'll do it anyways. I shall help my good pal Nikolai by flanking.
Go on, you're up.
I will jam to the music, and I will also drop my bow and pull out my rapier
Okay.
to attack the guy on my left.
Okay.
So, yeah, this should be fine. 17 to hit.
That will hit for 5 piercing.
Bonk.
Are you gonna use the bardic inspiration?
Not yet.
You can't use it for damage.
Yes, I
think
can.
it is for damage.
Oh, really? Huh.
Mint one is for damage.
I thought that was a different subclass that was able to do that.
There are a few that could. It's just, if he uses it for that, then the ghoul has to make a con save.
Okay.
So it's like the sword tax, and then it makes a shattering.
I see. Yeah. I see. Yeah.
Immediately after the roll rolls the inspiration die to add it to the attack roll against a target, and then you can also do damage to it. So it's both.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm just waiting for a nicer opportunity to use it.
All right, just wondering.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yep.
Nikolai, you're up.
Wait, is your bonus radiant damage per turn?
No, she's not Scourge.
So is this
During
thing?
which you have a flying speed, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's
She didn't deal
flanking.
damage.
Yeah, she hasn't dealt damage yet, man.
She inspired and did that, and that's an action.
Okay. Bardic Inspiration doesn't count as an attack or a spell.
You're right.
Obviously not.
It's a class feature.
Just checking.
With the gas right in front of me, I will try again with my two-handed warhammer.
That
12.
will miss with a 12.
He has
What?
bless.
Flanking.
Bless.
With a 12. That's some. Is he blessed?
Yep, it
Yeah.
was Kawakami, Nikolai, and as
Okay, so yeah, roll your d4.
Alright, hang on.
he won a 4.
Okay, that will hit. So you do 6 bludgeoning damage to this thing. Cracks into it.
Alright.
That your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
Level 3.
The
Well-
gas looks at Esmond and makes an attack. 18 to hit.
Yeah.
For 12 damage. Con save.
Alright. I'll just make that con save and fail. No,
No, you're
I
good.
did.
So you take 12 damage. It just rakes across your chest. You're like, that just fucking really hurt.
I'm looking pretty bloody, guys.
The ghouls. This ghoul's going to attack the glowy winged girl that's terrifying it and attack Mint.
Did you grab the defender fighting style?
11 to hit will miss Mint.
Oh,
That one's dead, and this one will attack Kwame with its +2. That'll hit for 8 damage.
-8.
Quincy, you're up.
So the gas seems like the biggest threat here, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. I'm going to attack the gas with an Eldritch Blast. My Eldritch Blast looks like a pair of rocks surrounded by this kind of when you put when you cook up a grill and you see that weird heat wave that just looks distorted, a sort of ball surrounding the rocks in the middle. Okay,
hmm.
and he will send that at the ghast. I assume 13 does not hit.
That actually just hits.
All right, 13 damage because the bludgeoning is magical.
Okay.
And that's I'm pretty happy with that. I'm content.
Yeah, as you crack into it, it's starting to show some pretty massive wear and tear after these attacks. Mint, you're up.
Alright, so this one's more hurt or this one's more hurt?
That one on the left's more hurt. The other one on the right hasn't been touched yet.
Alright. I will, let's see. I will try to, rapier this one.
Okay, roll an attack. That'll hit! For 6 plus your radiant, which I think
Radiant.
is 3.
Equals your level, yeah, 3 plus
So
plus your
9
radiant.
damage as this yeah, fucking thing looks incredibly rough.
Alright, bonus action. I don't really have anything I want to do.
Okay,
that's
Mitsu, you're up. I think you're out of Bardic Inspiration, so yeah.
I'm not. I have one more left.
Okay. Jordan?
Who's muted?
Making sure. Yep. Okay. I will cure wounds. Tatsu.
Okay, why don't you say? I'm assuming you gotta step next to him first, obviously, but go for it.
Yeah. So I'll go here. Cure wounds. Feel free to start making that attack,
Yep.
and I will roll that. Cure wounds healing.
That'll
This
hit.
isn't advantage. It isn't advantage.
Yeah, you still hit with the bless though.
Okay.
Which one are you
And then I
attacking?
will-
The left one.
Okay, that will finish him off. He just pierces right through the head and collapses to the ground.
And that would be my turn.
How much is my healing? 6.
6.
T comes up and she takes out her longbow and fires 2 shots at the other ghast. The other ghoul that's up by Mint. You also recognize her as well as like, Mint, is that you? It's been a while, young one. As she fires 2 shots. Both hitting for 14 total damage.
Oh, she upgraded since last
What's
time.
her name?
Neati.
Oh, it's nice to see you, Miss Nanty.
Here, I'll post her name so you can see it.
To think we almost killed her last time. Memories.
No, to think I almost killed her last time.
Look, I understand, but this is an elf that's gone away from
failures.
Snowgriz. She is literally a radar for him. Keep that in mind.
As Erufudar goes to join the battle with the gas, she takes out her longsword and takes a swing. Go down, you vile beast! And takes a swing, missing completely, unfortunately. She fucking rolled a 10.
She is like your dad.
Grandfather.
Grandfather.
That's her turn. Esmond, you're up.
How injured is the ghast again?
It's hurt. Not quite bloody, but pretty close.
Alright, so I won't bother making myself more risky, so I'll just do an unarmed attack, so I get the bonus AC.
That'll hit for 7 damage.
Cool. No bonus action this turn, Sage.
Kiwami, you're up. Or Tetsu.
Yeah, I am going to attack the left guy.
Do you mean the right guy? Because the left
The guy
guy's
who's
dead.
left.
Right.
He's been hit with a hammer, it's an option.
And he can have my Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
That's a 12.
That just hits.
Nice. So he takes 5 and an additional radiant of how much?
Not
Wait, no,
radiant.
that's not
It's
radiant.
thunder damage, and it's a Constitution saving throw to see if he
Yeah.
takes it.
I rolled a 3. No, I rolled a 2 on the Bardic. 3 on
He
Inspiration.
passed, so he takes nothing.
Nah.
Oh, fuck him. I will action surge. God damn
Okay.
it. Fuck you. No more Bardic Inspiration. Fuck it. I'm going all out. Fighting Spirit. Let's go. Bonk.
It's a good thing you're fighting spirit. Yeah, you hit. That'll kill him
Yay.
off as you pierce this thing through the chest.
Bonked. And then I will pick up my bow, if that's a free action.
Technically you can, yeah, but you're still holding your... Yeah, I can, because you still got a free hand, because you don't have a shield.
Yep.
Yay, Nikolai, you're up.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
I spaced on who you said, so
Oh.
I'm like, oh wait, that's me.
So,
Who is that guy? What a loser.
Whoever Nikolai is, man, he's got to take his turn, man. My turn's coming up soon. I'm not sure
yes.
when.
Yeah, okay. Wham.
that'll hit for 7 damage. You crack it across the face.
Oh, that sucks because you could have Booming Blade. You got your bonus action back then.
Oh,
I mean, it would only matter if he moves. Which he's not going to. He's literally surrounded.
yeah.
You can action surge and attack again if you want.
Can I? Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do that.
Okay, so use your action surge and make a second attack.
And, I'll use my hand axe.
Ooh, that fucking just nearly destroys me. You fuck him up really good with that strike. And you crack into this thing and they think, yeah, but it goes at you and will make a claw attack against you.
Also, Heed, you're forgetting a con save everyone needs to do.
Oh, you're correct. They all need a con save.
Ooh.
Sure, roll me a con save every. Esmond and Nikolai, roll me con saves. That's a pass. Nikolai?
Let's see.
I remembered this from Jordan. I was not gonna speak.
Yeah, it's a pass. You're fine.
Out of
Just because of-
curiosity, what would have happened if we failed, or will we potentially see that later when the
Poison.
Poison. You just get poisoned.
So disadvantage on your attack.
Which might have changed what just happened, but these things are pretty easy to hit, so even then you're probably fine. Alright, it will attack Nikolai. That'll hit Nikolai for 14 damage.
Alright, 14.
Now this is the con save you want to pass, Nick.
I lost 14 HP.
Yeah, you lost 14 HP, so it just digs its claws into gets through your shield and armor and rips into your chest, tearing out massive chunks of your flesh. Hurts like a bitch. Roll me a con save.
Okay, give me a second. So, concept.
You're good.
Alright, and that was half my health in one hit.
Yeah, he
Dude,
did
I
the same
feel
with
the exact
Esmond.
same.
He did it to both you and Esmond. He's
We're
rolling
both-
high.
We're both half health, man.
Good thing this only guy gets one attack. Anyways, Quincy, you're up.
9.
How do you want to do it, Quincy?
Oh, it literally looks like I literally tossed a rock in its face, and it plinks on its face, and then it looks like his eyes glaze over, and he falls.
So as you watch this rock just plunks him as this thing kind of goes cross-eyed for a second and collapses to the ground, dead.
They don't teach that in law school.
So as
Need
you
another
get...
drink.
So we'll be wrapping it up here pretty much right here, but as Eru Fudar looks over at the lads, he goes, well, I did not expect to see you, Mint, and who are your companions? It has been so long.
It has been a really long time, but they are my friends, I guess.
Oh, that is fantastic. Nettie, come here. Yes, mistress. You gotta see her roll her eyes as she walks forward. It looks like we have allies in our mission to help the orc who has been wrongfully accused. The justice must be served.
When you say wrongfully accused, do you know who could have actually committed said crime?
I am uncertain, but I am certain the orc was telling me the truth. I have an ability to know who is lying to me.
I'm a purple dragon dinosaur man who is able to breathe fire on command.
I'm pretty sure only one of us.
Not
would
one.
believe that.
That's about right. She's like, oh, that is a good joke, monsieur.
Alright, I believe it. Well, we are his lawyer and agents. I am Quincy Gashoon, and I am physically representing him in the court of law.
Well, that is good to know. I'm glad that you are here on the case. I'm here myself with Naity, and we are willing to help you in any way we can. So I just think that with these foul creatures, there's something more dangerous than a murderer afoot.
Yeah, these creatures are basically their own set of evidence because I'm pretty sure an orc can't turn people into ghouls and ghasts.
Naity kind of looks over at you and goes, "You haven't been on the border very long, have you?"
Well, at least the orc who is currently accused of the murder.
That I believe, but don't think orcs don't make these sort of creatures. They turned an entire town into one last I heard.
Weren't we there?
No, we heard rumors at where we were.
Alright.
No, remember, maybe someone got the mission done, then we couldn't, and turned a bunch of people into ghouls?
Right. I forgot. When we were like assaulted, it was only the necro part of necromancy.
I would also give her a hug and do like girl talk for like 5 minutes before probably stopping and being like, "Oh, sorry. Well, this is my friend. I've known her for a long time now, and yeah, she's really cool. So I'm really happy that she's here, and be nice to her, please."
Naity looks over at you, Tetsu, and goes, "You're stuck with babysitting duty too?"
Yes.
Unfortunately, this is actually the other way around with that one.
Don't tell her.
I'm supposed to look cool in front of my peers, don't tell her!
Exactly. How often do you see an elf in the exact same situation as you, being bodyguard to a red-haired child?
Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah, you guys literally have created the exact same duo by accident.
No, it's the reverse duo.
I know, like, it's just the same duo in reverse, but
You guys are literally the fucking alternative universe, like, crossover episode characters!
I'm glad that the anime trend continues.
Sadly, Nate, I believe I'm the one taking care of him.
Nah. Who got you the cookie jars? Remember the cookie jars?
Oh yeah, that you stole from a few times, haven't you?
The cookies were always, like, accounted for, okay?
Right.
It's just that I'm not that good at math, so...
But anyway, we should probably investigate this scene.
indeed, whoever is responsible for these creatures must be deeper in the woods. I suggest we join forces for the time being.
Well, yes, of course. We may need some help getting these bodies out of here. Being able to get these remains in order to show the town would definitely be good for the legal court case, so finding what caused these and having enough help to bring them all out would be fantastic.
Indeed.
Well, I do believe a head would do just as nice a job, and be a lot easier to carry around.
Again, I do believe that the full body would be required, just because if we come back dragging heads of the people who are accused, they could definitely make a case. Oh, hey, the Tiefling killed the only witnesses that could have testified against.
Just so you're aware, these things no longer look anything like the people you assume they once looked like.
Oh, really?
They are ghouled. Ghoulified creatures don't really look like they're human anymore.
Well, there was 4 of them. One of them was missing an arm, and the husband
You
was
guys can
strapped
make
to
the
them.
assumptions, like you guys could put it together, but as a lawyer, they might be able to tear that apart. Because he would be able, you would realize that the counter argument would be, well, what makes you think these 4 ghouls are related, and where's the 5th body, and other such arguments.
Well, the 5th body is, of course, the girl.
No,
And
it's
as
the
far-
grandma.
Because, as we all know, the girl is actually working with the fucking orcs that crossed the Shadow Mountain. That's how she got the ghoulification poison. She turned her family, which stopped her from getting with her half-orc lover, into ghouls because she was mad, and she wants to help the orcs from across the mountain because then she could be with her half-orc boyfriend in peace. That's my prediction.
Grandma goes stealing people's skin.
Or it's the grandma, maybe.
Or the grandma, maybe. I just love that as like, well, maybe it's grandma.
Since we're discussing this and all that, we saw the orc's cut on his back, right?
You saw the cuts on his back, yeah.
Okay, so wait a moment. The cuts on me and Esmond, do they look similar to the one the orc had?
Who would like to
will-
roll a medicine check may do so.
I'll go for that one.
I have a +3, but I don't have proficiency in it.
I only have a +2 and no proficiency.
So can 2 of us do it?
Yep, it's either 2 individuals or 1 with advantage. That's how I always go.
I don't have proficiency, so I guess it's just 2 of us rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that makes sense. 2 of us were cut, so.
Okay, Mint, once again, despite your cooking experience, these aren't made with cutting knives, so you have no idea. Mrs. Dashi, they're kind of similar. Doesn't look quite right. Though there is a similarity. You can tell that it's not quite the same. Kind of like the difference between, like, you know, if a bear ripped your claw, a bear claw versus like a lion claw. Like, there's similarity, but there's also difference.
There's a different Ghast and
What?
ghoul.
Dertar,
What?
are you feeling the bone claw?
Oh no.
Yes, because I'm
I'm-
gonna shove a CR11 creature at a level 3 party.
He did it.
Jordan's done
He
it with a level
fucking
2
did
party.
He
Yeah.
did it.
God damn it, Jordan.
Not only 1 though, 2, maybe
Yeah.
even 3.
How about we go continue tracking?
We
into the
dealt with
woods?
the 3rd one at level 3.
True.
So, as you guys continue tracking in the woods, we will end it there because it's getting fucking late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really fun, though.